in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Okay, here's what I would have done. Bro, no one cares what you would have done. Actually, everyone cares. Welcome to Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast made for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Brought to you by the Embrace the Turn Up Podcast Network. And now your hosts, A-Dub, B.A., E-Ray,
I mean, he was half black.
That is true. He painted himself half black against Bad News Brown at WrestleMania 6.
Ultraman's a quarter black.
I believe that.
Ultraman?
Macho Man had the most.
Yeah.
Macho Man is us.
He was
by the
bluish,
way.
right? He was black and juice.
Bonesaw
is ready.
Yes.
Shout out to
Bonesaw
Bonesaw.
definitely was half quarter black.
Speaking of ready, guys, I know that you are ready for the most influential podcast of all time, the greatest wrestling sports podcast there ever was, there ever will be. This is Let Me Book the Territory. It feels so good to get that out there. This is E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the man of 7/8 teeth, American Cream Brody Loads, Von Swagner, Peen Malenko at your service. And I would not be me without the gentleman that hold me down. And that is one of two great gentlemen. Together we are 3MB, three men that happen to be black. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Following like anything else. I don't know. NWO, they're like black and white. I don't know. Let's not get into the specifics of it. But that chuckle you heard, I'll just wait for him to get a rise out of him, and then I'll go to him. It is Dubson Reed getting the big major push, the guy that knows no bounds when it comes to a Kroger line that is filled with Docalax. It is the most constipated man there ever was. What's going on?
Oh, it is A-Dub Theory, Dubson Reed, the phenomenal A-Dub Styles, the man that is already on vacation in his mind to the island of relevancy that I call Puddin' Bay. But we got to talk about Night of Champions and Battleground. I'm here. I got a beer. Let's rock and roll.
He kicking.
Tall boy.
Oh, shit.
In the woods. But, you know, since Dub is basically on vacation, I would not be able to handle this by myself because we got to go with the guy that's always out there. He's doing this thing. He's like, how should I put this? It's like he's the Jordan Poole of this podcast. Last year, not this year. Last year, nobody's stealing on him. He was like, oh man, it's the secret weapon. I mean, you could be like several other people. You don't want to be the Jason Tatum of this podcast. Let's be real. This guy, like, if we consider ourselves the A guys, if this is the A podcast, then we gotta always have the B show. My guy, B.A. Tidiasi. What's going on, Brody?
Yes, sir. It is I, B.A. DBIC, a.k.a. B.A. Tidiasi today, a.k.a. Black IRS, a.k.a. the Beef of the East, B.A. Bigelow in the building. What's going on, Brodies?
That's a good one. B.A. Bigelow, that's a good one.
All this quantum leap, and I was like, Beef of the East.
That is hilarious. Instant pop out of me. Shout out to Lady Frost.
I was gonna say that.
Hey.
Had my eye was on the iPad. Sorry.
Right.
Hey,
Keep your third eye open.
Right.
Hey, you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
And that was AEW Quick Hits.
right?
I quick hit.
Oh, hey, yo.
Right. Can we get a look? This is producer mode right now. We're letting you guys behind the curtain. Can we possibly get an Andrew Dice Clay sound bite? Because we need some hey, yeah, all them random noisy. Hey, did your mama? Hey, oh, ooh.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
we need
that'd
all
be
that.
easy to find.
Yes, we need all of that.
Very
But
easy.
guys, as we are going through our new continued changes, as we are bringing you new, better quality, we're bringing you a much grander show. We want to reflect that. So things will be changing in the near future, but we will still be getting that very intense, very hilarious, very ridiculous, same old commentary that you're used to. But just be unaware because there's some things in the pipelines. But with that said, guys, if you like what you hear, leave us comments. I keep seeing all the ratings, the stars, all the shit is going up, but no one's saying anything. They're just like, yeah, we like it. Tell us why.
Right.
Tell
Let
us
us know.
why. We just want to know. We like, what y'all like about this shit?
I just want to know if you're feeling us, leave us a review.
Hey.
And we'll read it on the air next week. That's all I got.
Damn it. He was close. Remember, this guy used to be a rapper. It was right there that he just like, I tailed off. I get it. It's like,
I'm rusty, man. Ring rust, you know.
Yeah, you need your phone. Had her lyrics already down like Drake. I got you. But with that said, guys, where would y'all like to start? It's so many things, so much wrestling.
So many wrestling activities.
My gosh, so many shows for activities. Like, I'm
much.
excited. And partially I'm excited. This will probably be the first AEW kind of reemergence in a while. And I have no fucking clue what's going on at the show at all. I'm like, wait, huh? Why? What?
I'm trying to keep up.
Where? Like, all I know, 4 pillars. That's about it. Everything else is like, I'm trying to make sense of all this. Where is person not to be named to make sense of all this? Don't know. Don't care. AEW Quick Hits, guys. Where do y'all want to start? I'm taking suggestions. I'm taking
I mean, we did get something very, very interesting on SmackDown.
Yeah, we might as well go there.
Okay.
Lay the smack down.
Didn't a lot happen on SmackDown, but one specific thing we got a new layer to this Roman Reigns thing, this bloodline thing. We are seeing Roman unravel, which to me is one of the most interesting things I've seen in this entire storyline, outside of obviously the Sami Zayn stuff and when he was just choking out his cousins to start this. But
so basically, all of
it.
This is like a quadruple decker sandwich at this point. They just keep adding layers. Like, can I get some extra roast beef here? just laying it on there.
Well,
yeah.
What you want? Bacon? Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Another layer. Yep. Put a piece of bread on top of that. We're gonna layer that story out. We're gonna all right. Some ham. What? Turkey? Yeah. So, anyways,
is that all the turkey you got,
brother? That doesn't work for me.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
I need some more roast beef for that. Brother.
This booklet I have here says I have creator control over your sandwiches here at this said restaurant, brother.
Hey, the Subway's NWO way, brother. Too sweet, me brother. Too sweet onion chicken teriyakis, baby.
Have you heard about my CBD line, brother?
All right. So yeah, Roman and Solo, they're out there, they're talking their shit, and then come out Sami Zayn, KO. They have a nice little back and forth, and Sami proceeds to tell Roman, "Hey, you're not as good as us. You're not even as good as your cousins." They come out, jump him, and it's clearly not to Roman's plan. Roman's not happy. He proceeds to berate Jimmy and Jay in the middle of that ring with no mic. It's great. And he's like, you can tell he's clearly losing it. He's like, he's losing his grip on his family. He feels like he might be losing a grip on these titles if he doesn't have that bloodline there. And then he bumps into Solo, and Solo like, hold on, who the fuck you talking to? And Roman's like, excuse me, Solo. Excuse me.
I ain't never seen our tribal chief look that shook in about, I don't know, ever.
Was he shook, or was he just like, I don't need this additional problem because this guy is cool until he not cool?
I think it's a combination of the two, in all honesty. Not gonna lie. I think it's a combination of both.
It's kind of a combination of like, I don't know if I can take him.
Yeah.
So let me tread lightly.
Correct, because I don't want him embarrassing me. Because if he embarrassed me, then I'm not the chief. I can't be the tribal chief no more.
Exactly. I can't lose to Baby Use.
Correct.
But Baby Use is out here just wrecking shit. He put Riddle on the shelf for 6 months and back in rehab. But that's no one other story.
Damn. You know how hard you gotta get your ass beat to just be like, look, I need it. Like, whoa. Yeah, and not talk about physical therapy. That's different type of, but yeah, I think I'm gonna agree. It sounds like from what it looked like, because of course I watched this the clip of it, and I was like, ooh, it seems like he's like, I'm already running out of allies. I can't afford to lose anymore, and I'm putting all my money here. This is the main guy now. I can't lose him. And Solo already is like a hair trigger. He's like a one of those heat-seeking missiles. You just aim him in the right direction, let him off, and he's going. You don't want to accidentally have that blow up in your face.
You don't want to like hit him and then turn him in your direction. You're like, oh,
right.
Shit.
Oh shit! I activated it. Oh god! Like
it's
throwing
like
a grenade.
It's like throwing a grenade. So you get the bazooka and you turn it backwards.
Yeah, it's pulling a pin, throwing a grenade, and then that shit doesn't make it out, and it bounces back into you. Like, oh, god damn,
man. Story of my Call of Duty life, bro. Anyways,
if that's the worst thing in your Call of Duty life, then shout out to you, because I stopped playing Call of Duty because I got tired of random white kids like, hey, nigger, shooting me to death.
I would cut the audio off. When I was playing it the last couple of years, I would only play with like my homeboys I went to school, like college with, and we would mute everybody else because I was like, I couldn't do it. It was ridiculous.
Nigger boy. Like you just jump in, like, wait, what's happening? It felt like a real war zone because you drop in there. Now people all got helicopter, drone strikes. I'm like, okay, sensory overload.
Too much.
Can we go back to Halo where it's like 10 of us just hunting each other down? I don't need those
strikes and racism. It's too much for me.
Yeah,
too much like reality.
Yeah, a little too real for me, man. I'm gonna go play 2K for the WWE real quick or something.
Right.
Calm down.
And then, like, so after the whole thing in the ring, Roman continues to berate Jimmy and Jay in the locker room. I loved it. He went full Franklin Saint in the car. Like, I built this shit brick by brick, and I'm not gonna let you fuck it up because you're like, wait, another nigga talk. And I was like, oh, I love this. It was, to me, this is another layer to like what's been like the best story they've told in like 20 years. That being said, I really don't remember much else with SmackDown. Am I tripping there or?
No. So Sami Zayn is man boy. According to you. Like, so,
yeah, 100%. You gonna tear this whole thing down.
Right. Love that. Also, the only thing technically two other things from SmackDown that may be worth mentioning. One, the announcement did happen with Rick Boogs and LA Knight. LA Knight, Rick Boogs lost, and then they proceeded to break up immediately. and now the beef is happened, the quarrel has begun. So for all the LA Knight fans out there, easily just something that I need on my TV.
He's clearly high.
No.
Just BA's out here getting deals done for the next day because BA DBIC money don't sleep out here. That's what BA's doing. If we gotta be real about it, BA getting his paper, motherfucker. But yes, continue.
Okay, Drake, motherfucker. Worse.
Have to heal off real quick. Let y'all know what time it is. BA got bills to pay.
So you don't do deals while high?
No, we're not gonna talk about
Next
that.
question.
Thank you. Thank
Publicist,
you.
wise man, I'm here to say today all
Thank
the time.
You. Get this, handle my light work, wise man.
our try. No, but that was one of the things. Also, misting number 2. Bianca hasn't learned her lesson. Fool me once, shame on me. Second time, don't get shamed again. I don't know. Whatever that saying is from the great philosopher George W. Bush. BA, enlighten us here. What is going on? What did Bianca do wrong to catch it twice in the face?
That comment had me tongue tied. I was like, oh, there's so many things I can say right now. I don't know what to say. Oh, I love my wife.
I love my wife.
Oh man. Excuse me. I would say I have no fucking clue what she thought. I don't know, man. It's like she's doing baby face shit. I don't know. It's just being trusting. I don't. It's just like, why? Like, you're smarter than this. Like,
you missed me in my face once, and you tried beforehand.
Right.
It's like, I remember this.
Right. And you should know, like, Asuka, you beaten Asuka like 5 times straight at this point. She gonna start doing some different shit if this is what we doing. You know, like, come on,
or more of the same shit. And you're like, oh, well, I'm
like, the miss is working. Let me just keep doing it. Like,
she needs Bianca at this point. Bianca needs to look like most of the black moms in the pandemic, like the stylish black moms that had the big ass face shield things on with the face shield glasses. Like, bring it, bitch, and it just got the windshield wipers. Like,
she should do that. That would be hilarious.
Still on her. That would be the best. Oh, I would love that.
No, but Bianca's trusting that's not going to happen to her again, so she's wearing those expensive ass fits, and because clearly she's showing like, yeah, I got money. Like, oh, okay, because you're gonna let her just mist all over this fit, which sounds disgusting as I say it out loud.
From one money man to a money woman. We don't need you don't have to be stupid because you have money. Like, that doesn't excuse it. Like, come on. Like,
facts. Be smart with your money. That's how you keep it.
Exactly. Thank you.
Tell her, BA. Tell her.
Message.
Yeah. Other than that, SmackDown was SmackDown. It still has the most important stuff going on. They did the AJ Styles rundown. AJ Styles told you why being the champion is gonna be great for him, and like either him or Seth winning is better than Roman because Roman's a bitch. Basically, that's what he said. Roman's never here.
And then he went on and did an interview during the weekend or maybe Monday. It was like, yeah, it's absolutely a secondary title. So, like, basically,
so you want to fight about it? Like, what? No.
I was like, how's this title gonna mean something? And then you go non-kayfabe and say, yeah, it's absolutely a secondary title. Next question. Like, okay.
I'll say this. I don't mind it being discussed or it being said, because in the end, we know if you don't beat Roman, that's the universal title. Like, you got the world and then the universe. What's bigger? That's how I'm gonna take it right there. Man. Oh yeah, here's the world, and we thought like the next title they're gonna make is the intergalactic Milky Way title champion. Okay, cool. The sun, the stars, like, I don't know, the God Particle Championship, whatever they're gonna do next. But the bottom line,
that sounds like something Chris Jericho would create. But
the multiverse championship of madness, all of that. But when you at least when you first start and you get to where you're going, I'm okay with it being a secondary title because the way it's being presented. So it's not being presented as necessarily a secondary title. It's getting a lot of shine and showcase. Basically, they're giving it the mid-card title repolish, and it hasn't even been out yet. So, or I was like, excuse me, let me clear that up. Rewind. It is now keeping the lineage of the World Heavyweight Championship from 2013 or something like that, whatever they're talking about, but they are giving it that spit shine that they gave to the U.S. Championship to make it feel like it's important, and the Intercontinental belt. So those two things that Triple H did a fantastic job at, number one, of rebuilding and making them relevant again after not being included on pay-per-views or defenses or any of that shit for the longest. He's kind of doing that in pre-production, if you will. He's like, look, guys, no one's even had this title yet, so let's just we giving it its own lineage. We're connecting it back to the old World Heavyweight championship title, and then we're also going to give it the pomp and circumstance. We got people just discussing it, like AJ Styles talking about it, cutting promos. Following that event, Raw, we have Seth Rollins doing his discussion about the title and his interview and his beautiful gowns, beautiful blouse, and he's
many blouses.
Yeah, so many blouses. He's just doing his thing, and he's talking about it, and he's like, look, this title, this is something that's going to be present on TV. And he's like, we need somebody who's going to follow the next generation, us, Roman, blah, blah, without skirting away from the Roman conversation. So to me, I think it's working. I could be wrong. I'm open to hear y'all thoughts on it, but it doesn't feel like a secondary title, if you will, or like a weird second tier, and then maybe the mid card is third tier. It feels like it's important, and I care about it, and I honestly care about it a little bit more than the Universal title because it's so wrapped up in the Roman centric stuff. I'm curious how this is going to be portrayed. I hope it's not just the open challenge type thing, though. That's my only fear. But other than that,
so it doesn't feel secondary to me anymore. I mean, because again, you want a title to feel important, have AJ Styles and Seth Rollins fight over it. I'm all for that. But I think the more I watch these promos, the more I'm talking myself into to the thing I booked. I'm like, well, the way Seth is talking, AJ has to win now, and then AJ has to be the heel that Seth is chasing. Because you look at AJ, he's gonna have the club, and Seth has just Seth, and Seth is probably,
for now,
outside of Cody and Sammy, the most over babyface on the roster.
Sure.
And let's be real, AJ Styles works as a heel, 100%. As a babyface, we just like him because he does amazing shit in the ring. He doesn't do anything great as a babyface, but as a heel, he does his best work. And as a heel, you need a heel champion for them to chase. And it makes sense to have that heel champion. It looks like they're all going to be chasing heel champions, essentially. Gunther is going to be chased by Ali or Riddle or whoever else. Theory is going to be chased by Sheamus if Sheamus doesn't take that belt off of him. And Roman's going to be chased by, in my mind, it'll be Cody coming over to SmackDown. I mean, I'm a fan.
DA, any thoughts?
I'm more. I agree with y'all. I feel like it's definitely it's not a secondary title to me. I keep on tying lineage of Big Gold with this because they keep on letting us know, hey, we're keeping it going. So I have no reason to align it with the IC and the US belts of the world in my mind because I know Big Gold. It's probably harder for people that didn't watch that product or just watch it through Peacock running throughs and shit.
I'm like, wait, Big Gold? I was like, wait, so not just the regular World Heavyweight that Dean Ambrose had and shit? I'm confused. I don't know. I'm really bad to lineage shit. You know, the best lineage and the only lineage I know of, North American title. That's about it. Other than that shit, gets confusing, bro. But
the youngest title in the company.
Exactly, but it's been handled somewhat the best that I can say. So thus far, I'm rocking with it. Besides Bukak Lee and his amazing 72-man challenges. Other than that, it's fantastic. But BA, as you were saying, the lineage thing is what's doing it for you. It's pushing you over to be like,
yeah, I think the only way it can go south for me is if they start booking it, like you said, with open challenges and second hour of Raw shit. Like you gotta book it like it means
like
something.
It's the main title.
Correct. As long as it's treated like that, I don't have any qualms with seeing it for what they want it to be seen as. So
okay, I'm not mad at that. Kind of to get back to where we were thinking, the booking of that title, and some of the things that I want to get back to what Dub was saying. Dub, you mentioned specifically how you feel Cody Rhodes is going to get traded for the whole club because he's worth 5 people. It's like, all right, I trade you this holographic Cody Rhodes for the club.
Man,
Cody Rhodes.
Gotta get you a holographic Cody Rhodes. With that said, I don't know how that happens because Cody's broken. Monday Night Raw opens up.
That stock is down.
Cody Rhodes walking in like the intro to Malcolm X with his zoot suit on. Hey. Because again, Brock hates blackness and black people. He beat the shit out of us. Like, don't you come here with that goofy ass shit.
Right. Did I just smell polo cologne? I know this. I know. I smell it. I smell it now. What I
right.
Blue. Where is he?
What is that? That's Savage. Look at you get your ass whipped. Shut up. Then beat him with a keg of beer. It don't get no more white than that. That shit's crazy.
I have to strongly agree with that statement.
Like, keg stand. We out of beer. Break your body. It just crushed him. Yeah. How did y'all feel about the opening to Monday Night Raw being the brutalization of one of our historic black leaders?
Listen, Brock beating up black men is just a story as old as the age of time. And Cody wearing black is the closest he'll be to a black man. So
with the pocket watch and the pocket chain,
the suit was fire.
I mean,
I was more upset that he didn't get to wear that suit to the ring and we do his intro because the suit was fire. I'm interested in how they kind of play this out. Like, does Brock win on Saturday and then we stretch this out to a third match at Money in the Bank before Cody takes that belt off of Roman at SummerSlam? Like, but my question is like, what are we doing here? Because a one-armed Cody Rhodes beating Brock, that's nuts.
Overkill.
Yeah, guys, I got an analogy to draw for y'all, right? We all working out. We're all working out on this show, right? We all getting our game. We in game season here, absolutely. Right?
Gainesville,
so when we on the game train, we have to get muscles ripped apart, broken down, so to speak, right?
Ooh, I like where he's going.
For muscles to become stronger and bigger and more important in the future. Guys, right now, Cody Rhodes is in the worst hit workout / lifting sequence of his life, right?
Resistance training.
That's all that time on steroids.
With your instructor, Brock Lesnar.
You gotta get F5 for the next 25 to 30 minutes.
To build you up, I must
high intensity F5s.
Right. So I use that analogy to say, fellas, Cody is getting the shit beat out of him to make his story much more stronger after he overcomes the beast that is Brock Lesnar. Times 2. I feel like this is the most pissed off Brock has ever been. And personally, I've never seen him this angry and wanting to just destroy somebody. Outside of just him being him, like he has a reason to be pissed off and hateful now. So
over a cut in the black eye that's already healed, but that's another story.
But my face, Dub.
Right. Don't the
I mean, when you're taking that much HGH, like your body heals a little bit quicker.
The physical scars,
like in 2 days.
The physical scars might be healed, but the mental scars forever last. Yeah, that's crazy. But we won't get into that. My other thing that was ridiculously crazy to say the least. Paul Heyman announcing Brock Lesnar, that felt intentional. That was something that was like, is he starting to distance himself from the tribal chief because he sees the ship falling apart? Is he jumping ship? Is he pulling a full Titanic?
They don't call him the wise man.
First. I got you. Let me on this boat.
Right.
Got
Paul had to go throw a diaper on. I'm a baby. I'm a baby too. Where? Mommy, sucky. No.
Right. Mommy milkers. Where?
Yeah, they don't call him the wise man because that's a dope ass nickname. The man sees things before they're taking place. So I think he can smell. And I'm sure, and you notice Paul Heyman ain't been on this phone this much on TV ever. As far as like all of this side talking to the tribal chief when he on his yachts, not at shows, and dry snitching on the Usos. Like, this is a lot of work for the wise man. He's like, I could make this same bag a lot easier if I can get the beast back into the fold. So I'm sure the man's hotline is blinging a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say. But he ain't there yet. We ain't there yet, but the seeds are being sown.
Man, y'all reading way more into this than I thought. I thought they said, hey, we gotta sell a fight, and we're close to Philly. Paul, go sell a fight. That's literally all I saw out of it. I mean, I'm interested in your guys' points. Like, damn, maybe I just missed something, but like when I saw Momoro, I was like, oh, we're close to Philly, and they need to sell a fight for Sunday. Nobody can sell a fight better than Paul Heyman.
Saturday.
What the fuck ever?
Dubs is vacation mode.
What the fuck
Dub
ever?
is already
it's a whole weekend of wrestling that I'm not gonna watch because I will be at the pool bar.
Exactly.
So
it's all
outside
touching
grass.
40-year-old
Tuesday
cougar.
for you.
It's all Tuesday for me.
Yeah.
Right. Dub is out there being twerked up by some 40-year-old cougar that's got divorced like 6 months ago, ready to make some mistakes.
Right.
Shaking
that wrinkly loose ass.
That recently surgically repaired.
They're giving it up like that.
I'm just saying.
Put in means something completely different. Put in that
Putting Bay
BBL Bay. BBL Bay. Let's go. I mean, well, the thing is, when they said Night of Champions, but it's happening literally midday afternoon. It's like afternoon, morning sex.
1 p.m. actually.
Like morning sex. It's like, oh, afternoon delight. That is not the same thing that Dub's going to be doing. But again,
afternoon delight.
Right. I'm wondering they should probably change his name. It's just ironic to me, Night of Champions being at 1 o'clock p.m. on a Saturday. It should be called Champions.
Why?
Call it Brunch of Champions.
Brunch of Champions.
No, that's a dope name though. Brunch of Champions.
Yeah,
everybody loves brunch, man.
Yeah.
Because it can't be Breakfast of Champions. It's too late. But Lunch of Champions doesn't sound as cool. Brunch
of Champions might be our SummerSlam pre-show. Just gonna toss that out there right now.
I like that. Write it down. I'm writing it down.
Write it down.
Write it down. You're right. Audit.
Write it down. Keep it to yourself. That feels suiting. But yeah, I didn't connect the close to Philly angle because it's like, why do you need Paul Heyman to just go out and announce something? Like, if y'all don't know what the fuck is happening right now.
I think the important thing he said was that the Usos will be watching from home.
I get
implying that the Usos won't be there.
I get that.
That being said, if the Usos show up, that further the Roman unravel.
But Dub,
what?
As much as I get that, guess what else could have been done? That could have been done on Friday.
On Friday?
Because like, okay, you can announce the thing on Friday. Or can they? Because will they already be in Saudi Arabia?
They'll already be in Saudi.
Okay.
I think SmackDown was taped on Tuesday.
Yes. So technically they definitely could have still did it, but he would just had to say it then. My other thing that is far more interesting to me, and I'm trying to see, should I jump the shark to get there or not?
Yeah, fuck Jaws.
Yeah, no. I'll wait till we actually get into the Night of Champions picks and recaps and stuff. So
you get deeper into it. Deepest bluest. My head is like a Sharks fan. I'm with you.
Hell yeah.
They call me Big LA. Hey,
Big Silly.
No one ever called you that. No, sir.
Not at all.
No, sir. But if I
Whatever,
need an
my
entrance
favorite.
song for my Royal Rumble appearance, I might use that one.
They call me Big Ellie. Deepest, bluest. My head is like a shark's fin. Like, no, it's not. It's just a hat.
Right. Who
What is
said
wrong
that?
with you?
Who told you?
LL Cool J is a sociopath. I'm surprised, besides him being partnered with the APA, he never like got in a ring and suplexed somebody. It feels like something that would satiate his ego, because he is insane.
100%.
Doing
Like-
it, LA or LL would definitely do it.
Doing
for
it
sure.
and doing it and doing it well. He would have
Yeah.
jumped off and did like a 7-star frog splash or some crazy shit. I was like, oh my god, did he just do a inverted moonsault? Like, can you imagine?
LL Cool J is definitely the type of person to learn how to do a 450 just for one time.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's
I represent
incredible.
Queens, but I was raised out of Brooklyn.
If
What?
they could say that
The
on
fuck?
right, 265 pounds, representing Queens, but he was raised out of Brooklyn. Ladies love, right? Ladies love, cool.
They call me Big LA.
Big
What?
Silly.
Ladies love Cool James.
I
Man,
couldn't survive it on my radio.
fucking legendary. LL Cool J is the best wrestler that never was. I'm so mad.
Oh, I'm bad.
What do you say? Squash it like a jelly bean.
I take a muscle bound man and put his face in the sand. I'm bad. Ooh. He was 80s wrestling all day,
He
bro.
was.
They missed the whole bag.
I'm so mad that we just now figuring out LL
If
Cool
wrestling
J.
wasn't so racist, blatantly
Yeah.
racist in the 80s, he would have definitely
Yeah.
been in it.
Because all you had was who we
Mr.
say?
T's, the only person of
Mr.
color
T.
that comes to mind that wasn't
no,
in it.
shit with the Brown,
Bad
Bad News Brown. Yeah,
Yeah.
with
Oh, he was a
it-
worker.
and then they had Junkyard Dog. It wasn't a lot of us.
No. Coco Beware.
Yes, so I mean, LL Cool J could have definitely been like, he was cutting them promos. That's all I'm gonna say. I would
Yes, he
love to
was.
see him somewhere. Like, he would be better than whatever is happening in the AEW ring right now.
Could you imagine LL Cool J trying to take Miss Elizabeth from Macho Man talking about, I need love?
That I need that in my life. I
I
need
sit
that
alone in my
promo.
room staring up at the wall. Miss Elizabeth, I hear my conscience call saying you got Macho Man as crazy as can be. But I'll dig you out because I'm LL, you see.
Dig
I'm
you out.
bad.
Oh my
Right,
God.
whoa. And she's like, oh my gosh, he's got so much swagger. And he's
What
like,
about the cream of my crop?
And he comes out like, hey, lover, hey, lover.
This is more than a crush. I'm gonna cry.
LL Cool J has nothing but fucking prime time hits that can just be turned into promos. I love this.
We just had a whole bit off of just songs, his hits.
LL Cool J.
That says a
Tell you.
lot, man. Wow.
Literally, he. Can you imagine LL Cool J losing his title?
No, because he's bad.
Right.
And Mama said, "Knock you out," and that's
The
what
World
he will
Heavyweight
do.
Championship is all I had. All my life is all I had.
That's the most toxic lyric ever. All my pride is what you had, baby girl, I'm what you have. What?
Yeah, right. You don't need to have pride.
What?
Don't have self-respect. You just got
All you need is me.
Yeah,
I'm
what?
everything.
Yeah, Toxic King.
What?
Good job, L Cool J.
Yes,
Man,
thank you.
I need L Cool J in a
Mr.
wrestling
Collins.
ring now.
Yes.
Could you imagine if they partnered him up with a female wrestler and she lost her title? It's like, this title's all I had. Title's all you had, baby girl. I'm what you
What you
have.
have, right? She's like, you know what? You're right. He's like, now let's go back to
Yes, I don't even know where that came from.
let's just leave. Let's go. What was the shit? Fuck, I can't think of that song. It was so funny. Fucking, it was like Fat Rabbit or some crazy shit.
Fatty Girl? What?
Fatty Girl, that's what it is.
Oh my god, dude. I forgot about that one.
Anywho,
Jesus.
LL Cool J
LL.
aside, because I
Wow.
think he would be the greatest. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We got to make up or think about like a bracket. I want a tournament style bracket of the greatest wrestlers that never wrestled, like people who could have just perfectly seamlessly fit into wrestling.
I think
LL
I'm gonna
Cool J
argue
be like a number one pick.
I got an outlier before we move on. Sinbad, he should have been in wrestling. Continue.
Before or after the mysterious
before
Shazam
the-
movie that he made that no one's ever seen.
Definitely before. I'm talking necessary roughness.
Oh,
It's time
yeah.
to party.
Talking about
Sinbad.
him on what's the show? Different World.
Different World.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yep,
okay.
yes. When he was, I think he was like
He's
the
like
RA or something.
Yeah, like a cook or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
just
remember. Whatever.
got a ridiculous
guy.
haircut. That's all I remember.
35-year-old RA.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
You
Like,
know
why
what he
is
was
that-
there for. He was contraband. Come to my come to my room. And let's get this all
I got
solved.
some contraband.
Right.
Let's get this all sorted out.
Contraceptives.
Detour. Speaking of people who are great on the mic, Becky Lynch
Man,
is
Woo.
back.
Woo!
And speaking of people who could definitely use some mic work, but still look fantastic, much like Sinbad. Trish Stratus, everybody.
Thank you, Trish.
Yeah, cowgirl Trish is different, looks wise, but mic work, they're giving her so much heavy lifting, and I thought they figured it out. I thought they were like, oh yeah, we're going back to the in the back segments of her just saying stuff, and then they trot her out there to do this this contract signing, and I was like, they got her saying so much shit. It's like, it's too much. Becky, get to the point.
Mhm.
She said, I'm hot, you cold. I'm it, you shit. Who's hot? I'm hot, you not. She just bars. She just firing off bars
Who the
on
master showed up.
And then all Trish said was like, this will be your last contract signing. Then she just threw a table at her. I was like, all right, well, that was that.
You thought eating dog food was embarrassing. I was like,
Woof.
yo.
Woof,
And
woof.
I forgot all about that promo.
Yeah,
She
that was-
said,
Yeah.
welcome to the big time, bitch. I was like, nope.
yeah.
Nope. Trish
she got-
out of her waters.
Yeah, Becky.
Yeah, she-
I thought Becky was asleep at the wheel. I'm glad to see
Nah.
she's still here.
You see her come
Happy
out
to
with
see
the finger bang glasses.
Oh yeah,
Them
that's
shits was fire.
like Cyclops. Scott Summers.
That's all I need, like a fucking red ruby going across it. Like, oh shit, she's about to laser her that
Hell
titties in
yeah.
half. But instead of
Fly
that,
titty.
she
So
gave us some. she done upped them CCs. But since then, Becky gave her promo business. She eviscerated Trish Stratus. It was crazy. And the thing she said, she was like, look, you're worried because you think they're gonna forget you. And the problem is you're not as good as everybody remembers. And I was like, damn, it's right. It's true. She said she said the quiet thing out loud. And literally I was like, oh shit. Because yeah, Trish Stratus, she's remembered fondly for being a trooper in that era, but it wasn't because of the work. It was like the accoutrement. It was everything outside of that.
It was the look. It was Vince. It was
The overt sexuality.
big overt sexuality. Jerry
yeah.
Lawler screaming puppies every time she was spoken of on television,
Oh,
let
yeah, for
alone
sure.
seen. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know what's like funny about like Trish that's like always omitted from WWE history? That Raw that she main evented against Lita, rock bottom Trish before Lita hit that swanton to win that match. So even when the women were going to main event Raw for the first time ever, they still threw Rock out there just in case.
Hey man, he couldn't lose that rating. I mean, I kind of get it. I
get it. It's just a funny thing. Like when you think about like all this history and stuff that Trish has accomplished, like, well, they still threw Rock out there just in case.
Revisionist history is a thing, guys. We know
Yes,
people don't care to actually know what really happened. They just want to know, like, oh yeah, it looks good. Well, we're not gonna go dive into it.
And even worse, WWE likes to change history. So yes.
Oh, they knocked that part all the way out because you know how they are now.
Man.
But I will say, Trish takes a great rock bottom.
So I've heard. Other than that, Becky Lynch being Mike Fire. How did y'all feel about this whole interaction? Because I feel like Becky's been doing all the heavy lifting in several quick segments. She's got it over, but they had Trish doing a lot of the toe work, and it looks like that truck is breaking down.
Yeah. I hate contract signings. I've always hated contract signings.
Yeah,
I think they're the dumbest thing in wrestling. That being said, yeah, you're right, E. Like, they had Trish doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and they said, "Yo, Becky, you got to come back to work. This ain't working. This ain't working."
Put your social media back up. Put your child in daycare. Get your ass out of here.
The rest of America.
We need you to be right. Get back to work.
Right. PA sounds bitter.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
This is America, damn it. This isn't Ireland where
get
people
yourself a gun.
50s.
Right. Get yourself a gun and bring your ass out to the ring. And yeah, it was like, okay, I like what's happening. But yeah, Trish just and it's unfortunate because I think really the writers are just giving her so much wordy shit to say. And I'm like, this could have been accomplished in like 10 words or less. And y'all got her saying a lot of shit. Oh, what's funny, guys? You know what's funny? I was like, oh, no, we don't just no. And that's the thing. I think they just overestimated what her true talent was, which is just like give her a salacious backstage something, and then give her a quick quip, done, and then let her punch somebody or sneak attack somebody. That's it. She's given full on soliloquies, and I'm like, this is cringe. And it's not necessarily her fault. I think technically it's the writers, and it's like you got to know.
I mean, to me, this whole angle could have been done a lot better if you used it and you used Trish to elevate another female talent in the build up to this. And Trish like, I don't want to get my hands dirty type of thing. And then Becky finally has had enough and says, Trish, I want you at Night of Champions, and then you get this match. Versus Trish doing all this heavy lifting of talking and talking and talking. You could accomplish a lot more goals with this, in my opinion.
Let me ask you, who would have been that surrogate ass whip?
I mean, you know they love Dana Brooke. They keep putting her on TV for some reason.
No
Lacey
way would
Evans
we have cared about that.
Lacey Evans is sitting backstage, and they're always going to try with her.
No.
Is she on SmackDown? Allegedly?
No one knows.
Fine, though.
I say, let's keep it real.
I don't know. Free agent. I don't know.
I'm
just saying, like,
milk we don't care about. I need to know, because I'm trying to think. The only way this technically will work for me, and that person might have been occupied, it'd be Piper Niven, perhaps.
Yeah, I could see it available. I could see that.
Because that feels like handle my light work, because she's such a devastating force. Anybody else, yeah.
And then you could even put a Nikki Cross on the other side with Trish, having her do her dirty work.
No. See, that's the thing. No, you don't give Becky anybody. You just give another layer of person that Becky has to get through to get to Trish.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm sick of this.
Many ingredients. I got
you. Yeah. BA was like, oh well, I know we're making French toast, but what about baked beans? What? Get that shit out of here. Get out the kitchen, BA.
But it has honey in it. No.
Right? Rich people don't know how to cook. Get your ass out the kitchen. Yeah, I would say, if not, so one of two things. I definitely agree with A-Dub, and I might add again, we're going with this this cooking French toast analogy. You got the French toast. You just add, I was like, hey, what about some cinnamon? I'm like, hey, I like that. I might add the strawberries. I might be like, hey, what about both Nikki Cross and Piper Niven? Because they already did have some like off-screen, on-screen type shit that they were already cooking with them.
That's why I
then
brought
they
it
have
up.
two people to be like, okay, both of y'all are doing the work for Trish. And then Becky it gives her a little bit more obstacles. So then maybe she beats Nikki Cross, or maybe and then she beats Piper Niven. And then she's like, look, I'm sick of your cronies. I want you. Just like you said.
And then she sends Trish to the Shadow Realm. And now you have a built-in tag team of Piper and Nikki. Okay.
Which they were already getting to before Vince was like, what? Who? Dewdrop. She's still a ploy? Like, so again, that's where I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, I like all of that. I don't really care about that. Not worth mentioning. Let me go back to something else that happened on Raw that I really like. Dub, you'll dig this. Your boy Bronson Reed gets a dub.
They cut him out of the Hulu ground, so I didn't get to see it. Give me the highlights.
Well, him and Ricochet put on quite a battle there.
Oh, Ricochet taking L's again? Oh man, it's one of my favorite songs.
I mean, Ricochet is I forgot what's my dude who came on ESPN that was like, RG3 ain't a real brother. He like one of them brothers.
Oh, Parker.
Rob Parker.
Yeah.
I think Rob Parker would say the same thing about Ricochet. Because Rick, he has some of the look, but he just doesn't have like the swag of what you would want from that guy who looks like that. He don't pass the
smell test to me either.
Like, but
when Ricochet was dancing in his entrance for a little while, I was like, this is the most swagless brother I've ever seen in my life.
That's what I'm saying. He's showing it like he's hiding it.
He's trying to find something. He's like, I'm trying to find it. And I know like white people won't know. They don't think it's cool. And technically they did. And I like it. Again, he was showcased like a major talent. He didn't get squashed. This was not a squash match by any means. But Bronson Reed did pull out the dub. And I was like, hey, Ricochet doesn't necessarily need to lose, but it's okay for him to take this loss. And Bronson Reed gets a win over a notable opponent because they were actually like going at it. So fantastic match. Bronson Reed's big ass tsunami splash is a hit. The crowd loves it. And he really looks like a menace. So if they keep like his after, certain people, they look really cool in the presentation, but after the match, they kind of look crazy. Like Mr. Perfect, he's always had that damn blonde Jerry curl once he done wrestling. Like, because it should just grow. Because it used to be slick back, but then he done wrestled too much. Yep. That's what Bronson Reed's like the opposite of that. When he comes to the ring, he looks cool, but when he finishes, he like,
he looked like the Barge brother.
He look like he about to whip your ass. Like he just finished.
Bronson DeBarge.
Bronson DeBarge just finished pile driving some. And he's just intense. All right, and I like Bronson DeBarge, baby. But no,
that's his new name, 100%.
Yes.
I had some problems.
So he cut his hair, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
But I'm telling you, that was a fantastic highlight of the show. So sans Vince is still around. We clearly know this, but Bronson is still getting that push. I think they have some plans for him. Perhaps a slight tweak to the gear. It does give me Bam Bam Bigelow vibes, which we're working. But it's just the skull and crossbones feels a little much. I don't know if that's if y'all care or feel anything about that, but that's just one thing stuck. I was like,
it doesn't bother me much, but granted, like all his gear has that, so like it's just something I'm pretty much used to at this point.
I'm just trying to see him in the major, like put him in the major title picture. Does that
he's gonna be in that Money in the Bank match?
What? No. I mean, in the in major title picture like contention, not just okay, I'm the heavy of the guy holding the ladder. Not that. I'm talking about literally the guy who is starting to really get these major title shots and win. Or and you see him winning. Does that same look? Do you think that's a championship look? And that, again, I like the gear, but it's like some tweaks probably I would suggest in the future. But just giving him his overall look to me, and I'll let you go in a second. I just think like, okay, he's close. He's close to being what we need him to be. But I think his skull and crossbones a little generic. That was my only critique. But
that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you like, they need to hire a designer and like say, well, we want to keep his skull and crossbones because we can market the fuck out of it.
Right.
But we got to jazz it up a little bit. And as someone who works with designers now, they hate hearing the phrase "jazz it up" because it doesn't really mean anything. Yeah. But that's what Vince is gonna tell him.
Give it a little spruce.
Jazz it up. Jazz it. Right. Just make it do some good shit. But yeah, Bronson's again, like they're figuring it out quickly, and then I think once those titles are off of heels, you'll see Bronson chase, like whichever title comes off a heel first, you'll see Bronson chasing it for sure. Because dude's next up, man. They got something special there, and they figured it out quickly.
Well, shout out to Bronson and Dubson Reed. On
Thick boy season, always.
Facts. I mean, and as we're kind of rolling through, another thing that should be mentioned and should be bigged up. I think BA's how should I say this? BA, you were a little bit ahead of your time with this one.
I'll take
it. You like? I'll take it.
Right.
Dub, give me a dub. Yep, delicious. Like I didn't even tell you what's in this cookie. Cookies.
Don't even matter.
I don't know. It's something extra. It's party time. I don't know.
Win is a win is a
Party all the time.
Party all the time. Party all the time.
I miss a bit.
I'll say this. We were on your ass last week because you were saying, "Oh yeah, the Judgment Day has been on a roll and they won something." And they literally had like 1.5 wins. They were taking mad L's. But this week, things have turned themselves around.
See?
We got a Finn Balor victory. And
man, I ain't seen one of those in a long time.
Rip.
It's like
I can't remember the last one he got.
Yeah, it's like a condom that wasn't a Magnum. What's that?
Ugh, Durex. Get that out of here. Gross.
Lifestyle. Ew.
What's the point?
Just call me when you get to the NBA draft.
Yep.
Call me when you're at the clinic.
Because single moms raise NBA players. Ask Gloria James.
Now that's the never mind.
Ain't touching it.
Right. Dub already did. I be wicked. I got something to put in this bag.
He put his whole hand in it.
I got some pudding to put in.
You gonna eat this?
I'm gonna come back next Wednesday. Like, guys, there's some draft picks coming in about 18 years.
I bet.
You make sure you just tell your favorite team to be ready.
If
putting in work.
If Dub's new phrase is tapioca, I'll be okay with that.
Oh man,
just random
thick
tapioca.
Oh,
a lot of hard justice will be served.
Jesus,
white blades everywhere.
No, beige blades.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right. My apologies. I should have known this as a fellow beige person. But not to mention, guys, Finn Balor got a dub. Finn Balor's got a dub. It's worth saying twice because I was like, wait, he never wins. And he got a notable win. It wasn't just like some goof. It was off Shinsuke Nakamura. And they are rebuilding, rebranding.
Yeah. Shout out to that.
So
that's one thing I noticed. Like he's actually wrestling, and it looks like they're trying to do shit. I'm shocked too, man.
Yeah, they're rebuilding Shinsuke. They kind of changed the gear a little bit, changed a few things. So I'm okay. I like this. And Finn Balor got a clean victory over him. I was like, I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm happy they went back to his OG theme music as well. Continue. I'm sorry.
In comparison to the heel theme music, I like the heel theme music.
I always pop for the OG. That's just me. I'm sorry.
I like the heel music when he was a heel, but
so wait, which one? If I'm thinking right, the music you're thinking about doesn't have words to it, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm still in agreement because there was like two heel things. There's one that had words to it. Didn't like that one. But there's the one where it just and it get a little scratch or you start hearing like the band setting up or something. That one was hard. I love it. But I'm okay with the original. They're two dubs. They both win for me. So not a problem with that. But as we're talking about the Judgment Day, excuse me, another dub was served.
I didn't like this one. This
one was harsher to swallow. Shout out to Dub's pre-activities and Puddin' Bay. This one, right? Oh yes, Tapioca.
Let me know when.
Wait.
Whoa! I'll tap your hand when it's about to
come.
Oh shit!
Definitely think that this has more to say, or this says more about the loser than the winner. But Dominic Mysterio, Dom himself, has got a dub, and he got it over Apollo. Man,
I didn't like it.
Let me start here. Let me just kind of start from the top. Apollo Crews comes out. He's so excited. Like, oh man, I ain't seen a white woman in a minute. Hey girl, I'm flexing, I'm oiled up. Yeah. And I was like, why is he doing all of this? I don't like it. And then here comes Dom Kennedy and Rhea Ripley, bloody Rhea Ripley. And he's just like, hey, this is mommy's time. She had the interview. And he's like, what you gonna do about it, sucker? And I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good, but maybe he'll get a dub. And no, he didn't. He got beat. Dom actually hit a really nice cross ring splash and won the match. And I was like, wow, what does that say about you, Apollo Crews? You are back to joke status again. So, thoughts?
I would have rather him taking the shot from the title belt and just stayed outside the ring. For him to get back in the ring just to take the frog. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I didn't like it either. It just made me
and then
feel
like
gross.
And Dom even doing the frog splash. Like, that's babyface type shit. No. Your girl did the work. Get the pinfall, get the fuck out of there.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it was a nice frog splash, number one. Number two,
frog splash. Yeah.
Heels can frog splash too. Seth Rollins was a heel, and that was his only thing. He literally was like, all right, if he's not setting you up for the Justice Powerbomb with all three of them, the Injustice Powerbomb, I should say, he was just frog splashing you. That was his only thing. Like, you get Dean Ambrose, you get beat up by Roman Reigns, then here comes Seth with the blonde fucking Wiz Khalifa patch in his hair, and then he frog splashed and he hold his ribs. Yeah. I was like, I hate this guy. He's stupid. But it worked. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with the frog splash. I just have a problem with Apollo Crews being the guy.
Taking those.
Yeah. And smiling, being the smiling black guy again. I'm like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He could have took an L to Gunther and I wouldn't have been mad at all.
At all.
But
that
not coming back and then your first match is Dom and you take an L to Dom. I'm not rolling.
Right.
I'm not rolling. Now granted, 50-50 booking. He's probably going to get another match against Dom next week and win that. and then we'll get a third, fourth, fifth, and
Do
seventh.
we need a
match.
blow off of Dom versus Cruz? Because
I think, like, as I'm talking myself into it, I think that's going to factor into the Money in the Bank matches too. Like, if they don't do those as triple threats, they do all those as qualifiers. Dom and Apollo could be a qualifier.
Gross.
Because Apollo, being a former IC and US title holder, has, you know, the credence to like be in a qualifier, and Dom's the most over guy on Raw right now that's not named Cody Rhodes.
I can't argue with that.
Magnet. He's a heat magnet, but I think with being a heat magnet, they would likely put Dom in just for the spectacle versus having Apollo Crews in.
I mean,
a whole bunch of
would
workers.
too.
Have a whole bunch of workers in there, and then Dom goes over Apollo Crews, and he gets the intro in there. He kind of does some heelish shit. Mommy tries to pick him up, put him to the Money in Bank. Speaking of which, can we just imagine in a world, can you imagine Dominic Mysterio being the Money in the Bank holder this year?
Oh man,
That would.
I mean, he'd have nuclear heat.
That would be brutal.
It'd be brutal for us, but the reaction it would get, it would be attitude.
it'd be louder than Dolph's. It'd be a louder reaction than Dolph's catching.
It'd be quite crazy.
I think just for anarchy's sake, we would see it and just start loving it, because we're like, wait, what? And then the shit that they would do all week, him carrying a briefcase, that would put the Judgment Day over the top. And then, of course, because it's not for the main titles anymore, him going after I don't know, probably it have to be Gunther, I guess. Well, or in SmackDown. They're on SmackDown, they're on Raw.
They're on Raw.
Raw. So yeah, it would be Gunther, and then him trying to cash in on Gunther would be hilarious. And Gunther just throwing his ass around, kicking out like on one frog splash. Yeah, it would be hilarious. This would be a throwaway case year. But what I really think they need to do, and we're not even there yet, but it's just a thought. Put this in your minds, guys, and let's run it back in a couple months. LA Knight needs to have that briefcase.
Yeah.
If he don't, it's I don't know where they go with him. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at, and that's and this is the dangers of not
to Dub and his white women.
Yes, it is.
LA Knight or
Whoa!
Tapioca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Islander.
You're still here?
Next.
Right. I'm 40. Yeah, but that was my typical thing there. Anything else that we got to speak on for that? For anything from Raw?
No.
I think you covered it in great detail, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you. Kudos. I'll take that. I'll take the dubs when I can get it. Tapioca.
So you got it. Proud of you, buddy.
Don't worry about those black specks.
What is this? A tadpole sack? This is disturbing. All right. I'm gonna take some requests, guys. You tell me where you want to go. Whichever way you want to go, that's where we're going. We're in a fork in the road here. We can go to NXT, or we can go to Night of Champions picks.
I say let's go to Night of Champions picks, because we've been in the main roster so heavy. I feel like we can segue from talking about NXT to the Battleground picks, personally.
Okay. Thoughts? Don't say Tapioca.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, lots of tapioca all over the place, but
Oh,
not champions picks.
I feel bad for any person that has to clean up after you and your tall boys after this trip. This is also making me highly reconsider our field trip, that codename field trip. I'm terrified. I was like, if I have to walk past Dub and he's just like Tapioca,
Oh yeah,
I'm running, screaming.
That's a very good point, E-Ray. We're gonna see Dub in his natural habitat. It's gonna be
Right.
wild.
Oh my God, it's a natural dub. He's sitting there butt naked,
All I'm
drinking
saying
a
is,
tall boy
if
on
Dub
the
have
couch.
if Dub have some strange, like 40-something white
strange-
woman making us breakfast and we wake up on Saturday for Sunday
Becky, put some
morning,
fucking salt in these eggs. God damn it.
and use the pink shit.
Right. Himalayan, bitch. Himalayan. Well,
Oh shit.
I think
I mean, we will be downtown, and all the white girls are moving downtown in Detroit.
He already know. He got like a radar.
like Dragon Balls. White women have
Oh, Piccolo ass.
Yo, it's E-Ray, the quasi bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the side god of pod, and I'm here to tell y'all, come check out my show, Binge Flicks and Chill. You never know what you're gonna get, but we always talking some good shit when it comes to television and the latest movies. So we want to bring y'all in. We want to make sure you have a good time. You learn something, you laugh, you cry, you might stab a nigga or two. I don't know what you're gonna get, but that shit is popping. So come check out Binge Flicks and Chill. And it's me, E-Ray, and I'm out. Oh, Dub just out here looking for a boma. It's okay.
I respect it. I respect it.
I feel you. But we're gonna go to Night of Champions picks. Dub, give us what you got.
All right, so Wikipedia is just listing them from main events down. So
Well, actually, I'll let you take over 1 second. Gotta have some say here. We went from 2 main events at Backlash, which were in our estimation the thing that really made that pay-per-view go from an A- to probably like a B+ or B-, how they handled the main events. They say, you know what, we don't learn our lesson, let's add another fucking main event. Somehow there's 3 main events on this card.
A hat on a hat, so to speak.
Any thoughts about the 3 main events and how that should or will be handled? BA, I'll start. I want to start with BA. I need to get these thoughts out. He looks like he's pondering something.
Yes, I got mad thoughts. It tells me 3 main events tells me there's no main event at all. And the
you
reason
got 2 quarterbacks, you ain't got 1.
there you go. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. Don't we know how that smells and feels when you got all these random dudes and nobody can pick who's gonna start your starting quarterback.
I didn't mean to trick you there. My apologies. Sir.
Sorry. I went back to,
RG3?
I trickled back into 2007. Brady Quinn and Derek Anderson. But sorry. And Romeo Cornell flipping a coin to pick who's gonna start quarterback. Oh my god.
That's what you doing with
Sorry.
that.
I straight flashback to like the summer of 07. Yes.
Somewhere
3 main
Willie
events.
Green is agreeing with you. Like, fucking right, man. Fucking right.
Shout out to Willie Green. Yes, 3 main events, no main events at all. My opinion, the main event should be the finals of the World Heavyweight Championship, because this is why Roman isn't defending his titles on this show, to make that a bigger deal. The next match before that should be the Usos, or it's not the Usos. I'm so used to them tagging up and fighting. Yeah. Kevin Owens and Sami
More
Zayn.
oozes. More
Right.
oozes for your juices. Guys, the more
Right.
ooze, the merrier. Yeah, right.
Right. Wild Samoans 2.0, Solo and Roman. So that should be your lead up to the heavyweight title, because and I understand, I'm sure of it. It's probably gonna, and I hate that that it's gonna be this way. I think it's gonna be the tag match is gonna be the way to close it, because just like back in the day, Hogan must pose, Roman must hold them belts up and talk his shit in the camera.
Roman must close.
Oh, so you're kind of giving away. You think? Okay.
No, I hate to say it. Like I
mean,
beat the lead there, but it's shit.
No. I'm hearing you. So you're thinking why when they say main event, they're gonna just run them back to back to back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Dub,
Yeah.
do you agree? Or what are your thoughts here? Because I got a thought. I have a thought, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna anchor this joint.
No, I
past these
think
icebergs.
either Cody and Brock or Seth and AJ open the show, honestly.
Yes.
Like, because your
Hope it's the
opener
first
gets
one.
the most time outside of your main event.
Yep.
So, and Brock don't want to be over there. Brock will go home.
Facts.
But he can't private jet this one though. He gotta wait on everybody. Everybody traveling together. He
Do
can't
he?
just leave.
Do you know who we talking to?
I mean, private jets even
That
have
might
enough
have been-
gas to get
that
to
might-
They
They
move
are
heaven and earth for Brock Lesnar.
That might be a part of the contract. Like, look, as soon as I'm done, I'm just
out.
gonna. He probably won't be out because again, that's what like a 13-hour flight,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and they just got there. What?
It's hard to
Thursday
big
or
time a
Friday.
trip across the world. You kind of
Yeah.
got to move as the Romans do. No pun intended.
So he could, but I just don't feel like it would be sensical. But with that said, I still think he's like, look, I'm trying to just go back to my hotel. So I'm thinking, I agree with Dub. I think that probably starts, or even if it doesn't start, I think one of the three open the card, and I think they do opener, middle, close, because I'm hoping WWE has learned something from the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. The way they blew that fucking double main event, and it killed so many of the matches. It killed the main event, and it killed the tag. It buried the tag match. So I'm thinking maybe if they spread them out, I would say you can give Roman and Solo the middle spot. I think Cody and Brock get the opener because unlike last time, that's the first thing we see. So
Good
fine. And then I don't think Roman wins all the belts. So I think that's why you give them the middle, and then you close the show with that belt. Or
here's why you're wrong. Here's why you're wrong.
okay,
Here's why you're wrong.
here's what I'm wrong. Yeah.
So they had the most successful Backlash in history, and they had 2 main events. So they blew their load and people telling them good job. No man has ever learned anything after he's blown his load and his boy said,
And
yeah,
someone
you did
told
good.
him a good.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Hopefully his boys ain't the one telling him a good job after he blew his load.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Well, I'm saying, like, so like
That's some
you take-
Bukkake Lee shit. I don't.
you
want
get
that
the chick
if
back
I
to the
see
crib, you blow your load.
And she's
Man.
like, "Good job. No corrections. You are fantastic." He's
Exactly. Like,
I
but
killed
your
that
boy,
shit.
your boys is coming up to you after like, yeah, you got her. Oh, you got her. Good job.
And she,
Good
meanwhile,
job.
she in the group chat like, "Girl,"
Exactly.
and you like, "I
He's
killed
gonna-
that shit." She's like,
Your homie
Girl.
gonna repeat that same behavior over again. So
"Yes."
that's why they haven't learned their lesson. So
So
Money in
basically,
the
you're
Bank is
saying
gonna have
women
5
are
main
the
events.
you're saying women are to blame for wrestling not being better.
so about these picks.
Jokes. We joke. We
Oh,
kid.
man.
We kid.
About
But
these
women,
picks.
you should absolutely tell men that are terrible at the sex that they're terrible at the sex. Because guess what? They will try harder.
And they'll
They
never
will-
learn, and they'll just
Yeah.
keep being bad even worse.
Right.
If that makes any sense. Yes. Let your
Fake it till you make it is not something for sex. Sometimes things don't apply. It's
let
like,
your friends with benefits understand the benefits of being a friend. If you
right.
smell-
Look,
Yeah.
Thank you for being a friend.
I was about to say, like the Golden Girls said, travel down your back and down again.
Your
know it
heart
is
is true.
Right? You're a pal and a
scumbag.
Yeah. Just saying, that's how it should be. And much like we're gonna give that responsibility to those ladies to be like, hey, you ain't got a coach in there to do everything. Just be like, nah, that wasn't it. And then he will be like, all right, well, I gotta try harder. Response.
No more corner threes. Got it.
That's what WWE
Sometimes
needs
you
to
gotta
get.
drive it to the paint.
That's what
Yep.
the fans need to do to WWE. Hey,
The flats
fans.
ain't open. You got to go deep.
Hey, fans. When you were like, oh my God, it was the best pay-per-view I've ever seen. Then WWE's like, bet, we got it. But I think with that said, Raw was also listed as the lowest Raw since January. So it's highly possible that they may do some corrections. I'd probably rate that to basketball, but what do I know? Other than that, though, I will say I think probably because the Bloodline is just such a huge story, they're not going to give the heavyweight championship the last spot. It's probably going to go in the middle. So I think it opens with Brock Cody too. You get a couple matches, you get Trish and all that shit, blah, 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 blah. Bam, AJ and Seth to really pop the crowd. Get a couple more blah, 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 blah matches. Bam, you get the Bloodline, Sami Zayn, and all that shit to close the show. But that brings me to my next question before we get to the picks. Sami Zayn and KO in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That, I'm like,
different.
That's interesting to me. So that's another reason why I could be very wrong that the Bloodline doesn't close the show, because you're opening with Syrian Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia. That's interesting. Like I these are angles that I'm trying to think about, because number one, if I'm not mistaken, he's never even been to Saudi Arabia from WWE. Him or KO
hasn't either.
I was at him or KO. So that's number one. That's a big thing. So two, oh my God, this is up a fucking
KO
can
might
of
have
worms.
been there. KO might have been there.
I don't
lost to
remember.
Goldberg.
No, that didn't.
No,
happen
he
in
lost
Saudi.
before.
That was
I think the SmackDown or something before.
It was a PLE,
Almost
but it wasn't Saudi. I know it wasn't in Saudi.
It was
KO
either a
didn't even
PLE
hold-
or a SmackDown before the main thing, because we were like, wait,
Yeah.
why did
Okay, it
Goldberg
was
need the
Fastlane.
belt?
All right.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we're like, why
It
did
was a
Goldberg need the
PLE.
belt?
He did it. That's the fucking problem.
Precisely. But
Man.
now all of this further just makes me very unsure. So let's get to the picks, because now I'm like, my fucking wheels are spinning, and I'm like, so I need that Zach Galifianakis meme where it's just like all the numbers, all the calculations, the square roots, all that shit is percolating in my brain now. So Dub,
Time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
that is
It's
something
time for
that
the
you will
percolator.
not see in PIB, at least not done justice, because White Cheeks ain't doing it like that. But
No, promise you that.
yeah, ain't no almond milk gonna do that song justice. But again, Dub, hit us with the picks.
All right, here we go.
Let us know the matches.
All right, here we go. So I had time I typed up the whole card. You guys would be so proud of me.
Aw.
Oh,
So proud. All right, we're going to start from the bottom to the top. Becky versus Trish. The match we just ripped apart for the build. I'll go ahead and start us off here. I'm going Becky. I don't think there's any way Trish wins this. I think Becky sends her to the Shadow Realm or retirement or whatever y'all want to call it.
Back to the
BA,
doctor's
why
office.
are you picking Trish? Tell me why. I see it in your eyes.
Tell me why.
Nah, because it ain't nothing but a party over here. But no, not happening. There's no reason why for her to win. I completely agree. This is the blow off. Trish disappears. We forget this even happened. And she'll appear again at like a WrestleMania 2 years from now.
And be
to
face.
get her flowers. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
This is the end of it.
You right?
The homie Tupac said, ain't nothing but a Becky party.
I thought you was gonna say, I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you. I mean, look, Tupac, another fantastic wrestler that could have been.
He should definitely be on that bracket for sure.
Facts. We
The
have
many
to look
gimmicks
into
that Tupac had when he was alive.
Right.
Poet, rapper, actor.
He came
He's the
out.
mankind of rappers.
Yes, exactly.
He would have came out.
The three
Shit.
faces of
The
Tupac.
mankind? Well, yeah. Oh, that is good. I was gonna say he was the CM Punk self-saboteur for sure. But
I give you Punk. He definitely got Punk
definitely,
vibes.
I would say definitely could have been
Scorched
mankind.
earth.
That's a deep combo right there.
When he comes down, when Tupac comes down with no shirt on, Thug Life, with the hands wrapped, it crosses legs to Indian style and said, "That's why I fucked your bitch, fat motherfucker."
That's why Punk. Hey, why you think Punk got that tattoo on his stomach like that? Just
And
saying.
explodes.
Just
Explosions. But Be that as it may, yeah, Becky all the way. There's no reason why Trish wins. I think Trish did her promo. She got her appearances on, and it's time for Becky to get her out of here and then start working her way back up to that belt.
Solid. Okay. A match I don't think any of us knew was happening because we never talked about it. I'm just going to breeze through real quick. We're all picking Rhea to beat Natalya, right?
Why would we not?
Okay. All right. All right. I didn't know this match was happening until I looked up the match card. So I'm not even going to waste time on that.
Oh, and they in Saudi Arabia too. I can't wait to see the gear.
I can. It's probably not going to be that great.
3 women's matches on this card, the most for a Saudi Arabia card.
Sure?
Next up.
Oh, no, they just had a lot of they had the Queen.
Yeah, they've had like, yeah.
Next up, I got that's a thing for me. I really like their outfits, especially they don't make them wear snap era 4X white tees.
Bang, 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 bang.
I bang in my white tee. I slang in my white tee. Anyway,
I pen in my white tee. I sin in my white tee.
All in Jeddah in my white tee. Huh?
What you got? What you got?
All right. Next up, we got Bianca versus Asuka for which title does Bianca have? The Raw title, even though she's on SmackDown? Or?
Yeah, the Mist title. They're trying to just mist it blue. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, okay. The mist will turn it blue.
Yeah, she's trying to mist her, and it, kind of like when Naomi had the glow title. That was hard. Maybe that's all. It's gonna just be gooey and drippy.
Got trouble for that too. Only episode True Divas told Divas I ever saw.
Dub does his research. BA
100%.
Mad research.
Right. Is Asuka beating Jane Cena?
No. Because why?
You sound offended you even asked.
Because Asuka's taking like I said earlier in the show, like 5 L's to her in like the last year. Like, what makes this event different? Like,
because she's Joker Asuka now.
Oh, well, I hope that if that does the trick, then I stand corrected. I'll take 2 shots that she wins this match. How about that?
Hey, you might be on to something, BA. I think the only person that's lost to Bianca more than Asuka in the past couple of years is Carmella.
And she ain't even here. She at home for the next year because she prego. So there you go.
Yeah, shout out to them. I'm going Jane Cena as well.
He shot right through her. Yeah.
Good job. Times.
Don't miss.
Corey, don't miss.
E-Ray, tell us why you're picking Asuka and the Green Mist to turn the title blue.
Because Great Muta.
Because SmackDown can't have a Raw Championship. It just doesn't make sense. I think
Asuka on Raw? I'm still confused about who goes where now.
Asuka's SmackDown, and so is Jane Cena. And Rhea, who is the SmackDown champion, is on Raw now. So I'm thinking these are 2 quick run opponents. I feel like clearly Jane Cena has to win. And then they now do their swap afterwards. Night of Champions. So
they finally do their swap. Okay.
Yeah. And then they kind of do a little begrudgingly, they one-upsmanship, and then they kind of give, which would have been sorry, I can't, I'm in booking mode. Would have been a much better story to tell to have them 2 go at it at Night of Champions.
I think that's the Mania match.
Completely agree. Yeah, that's got to be the Mania.
But it's just like title and title. It's like just the exhibition basically, and then they swapped their titles or whatever. But it would just been fun to see them like have the title go get it. And let's go back to the old, like, BA, correct me if I'm wrong, Quantum Leaper. There was once with Night of Champions, there was like, hey, the champions go against each other. That's kind of what it was, right? Or am I making that up?
I think that was bragging rights.
Yeah, I don't think that Night of the Champions was always like, here's your prompt, like they were the biggest challenger at the time or whatever.
So what was the show? There was a show recently where it was like, hey, everybody who had a title was going against each other, and that was dope. And I was like, yeah, I would like to see
Survivor Series.
I don't remember.
There's been some Survivor Series in the past, like 5 or 6 years that was set up like that.
They did it with NXT Worlds Collide.
Yeah, that was dope.
and then before that, it
one
was
on the
just
main
it was
roster,
bragging
too.
rights. It was bragging rights.
Okay.
Yeah, Dub's right on bragging
Okay.
rights.
So go back to that. Give me some bragging rights then. I want to see Gunther versus Austin Theory. I want to see Rhea versus Bianca Belair. I would like to see whoever wins the title versus Roman.
Yeah, so you just want Survivor Series the way they did it, Gang War style.
Minus the blue and
5-man
red shirts.
tag.
Yeah. That would be
that's
fun.
that was the way they were doing it with Brand Swift for a long time. U.S. title versus IC title, and then the one year they brought in NXT, they had North American champion
Which was
versus
the
IC
best.
versus
Which was still the best in recent memory. So yeah, give me that. But be that as it may, since we're not getting that, just get Jane Cena her next dub, and then they switch titles. My only concern though is because she's won so much, how does that play in the because who's her next immediate challenger on SmackDown after she's done with Asuka? They haven't built anybody up next.
Raquel.
But she in that whole tag team,
but no,
though.
But she's obviously going to lose that because
Good
they
point.
lost the title, right?
Well, no. They technically took him off of Raquel and Liv, but Raquel has recruited Shotzi as her partner for Monday's Raw.
See,
but
so confusing.
Let's be real. They're gonna lose.
Yeah,
so,
Fubar. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Raquel. But anyways, moving on. Let's just save for time here. Is anyone picking Ali to beat Gunther?
Saudi Arabia.
Still a no for me, dog.
I mean, if it was Mansoor, absolutely.
Because Mansoor is undefeated.
He is Saudi taker.
At most, I'll give you a disqualification, but not going over. If it was a non-title match, I'd buy into Ali winning somehow. But
so are you picking Ali to win via disqualification? Because
just because I want to drink next week, yes, let's do it.
All right.
Mansoor is the Saudi version of Alan Quatermain. He cannot lose a match. It's like the League of Extraordinary Saudi Arabians.
Yep,
he cannot lose a match on his native soil. But since it's Ali and not him, and Ali has lost to Mansoor in Saudi, I'm definitely going with Gunther to retain.
All right. Next up, we get into our main events. KO and Sami Zayn versus Roman and Solo. E-Ray, why is Solo going to turn on Roman and help KO and Sami Zayn win these belts? Go.
Yeah, I don't see that at all. But my wheels have been spinning because it's so many pieces to this. The unraveling of Roman Reigns, the fact that they can't put all the belts on Roman Reigns, and the fact that that's on one end. So that's why I feel like they can't win, right? But on the other hand, Syrian Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to be in Saudi Arabia for the first time defending these titles. That opens up the door for some speculation, like, oh, okay, because we were talking about this not too long ago, but it's like, wow, Sami Zayn going over there could be risking his life, like technically, because he's had some things to say about Saudi Arabia and their politics and et cetera, so forth. And his own like thoughts and things of that nature. So I think this, number one, could that be the end? And would they give that ultimate pop? As we've seen before in Saudi, some wonky things happen because it's Saudi. Could they take the belts off of Sami Zayn and KO to give it in that manner? Because, oh shit, we don't want to see Syrians win, and we'll throw an extra $10 million at y'all to do it. I don't know. It's crazy.
What makes me kind of want to agree with you, E, is the fact that we're gonna have Roman's 1,000-day celebration the following Friday. And there's gonna be some shit that goes down on that SmackDown. You can't tell me there's not. I could see him winning and dropping it somehow, some way. I could also not see them winning at all. That's a tough call, bro.
It's tough.
I'm gonna go scorched earth and say no way.
No
Not
way.
Roman. KO and Sammy still win. They
Oh,
risked
yeah.
it.
Anyone
They
but
risk-
you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's the safer pick. But it just was. I was looking at other things. But I'm gonna agree with you because I think I can't see it in any world where they're like, all right, well, Roman he has 4 belts around his body. You just
This looks ridiculous, bro.
Him and Double J Jeff Jarrett walking around the same way.
Mhm.
Just
Fuck Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett is everywhere, Dub, and you can't do nothing about it.
You know what, Jeff Jarrett? He told me to give you a message, BA.
What's that?
He said, tell A-Dub. Tapioca.
Yeah, Double J be tapioca and all over Dub's
And
brain.
rap is crap. That's what he said. That was it. That was his message.
Oh my
But
He said,
Fucking Jeff
said,
Jarrett.
"Shut your mouth, slap nuts." Because everybody says,
enjoy
slap
your
nuts.
vacation, slap nuts.
I think I
Yeah.
legitimately punch him if he ever called me slap nuts. Would definitely just go in his shit one time.
Then he's giving you a concussion. With
Then
that
he would
shit.
go. Then he go grab a guitar and go
Yeah.
scorched earth like he did on that chick he hit in 1999 with a
Yes.
guitar.
Dub's brain will look like tapioca. It would be
Straight up.
just
Tapioca.
He still won't get over.
that's gonna be Dub's only ability to speak for the rest of his
Oh,
life.
shit.
Tapioca.
The only word Dub can say.
Yeah, I think
Why
it's
Dub
terrible.
wear a helmet? Tapioca.
I had nightmares of just fucking acoustic guitar just hanging up everywhere. Don't piss me off, Dub.
Anytime Dub hears any acoustic music, he has PTSD.
Right, don't put any Elias on his screen. That bring.
I hate you niggas.
Oh,
Too
wow.
funny.
Well, Dub, who's winning?
Oh, it's KO and Sami Zayn, but I think it's gonna be by DQ. I think the Usos get involved, they get caught. Roman and Solo get disqualified. Roman further unravels, and we continue the story. We add another layer to this onion.
So many more elements because, like, the Usos being able to travel outside the country, Sami Zayn and KO going to Saudi Arabia. It's so many. This is just like the most unpredictable thing ever. But I'm going with y'all. So I think
I will say this: the Saudi princes have definitely like slipped Roman 100,000 to beat the holy shit out of Sami Zayn.
right. So it's like,
Like,
all right,
they
we
wanna
can't take
see
the belt. We
Sami
can't make a
Zayn-
belt change.
Yeah, they want to see Sami Zayn bleed for sure.
Oh, for sure. Blood.
Blood,
Okay.
blood, blood, blood.
One blood. Sami Zayn is tapioca. Just.
Oh, man. All right. Next up on the card, we got main event number 2 or 1 or 3. I don't even know at this point. A one-arm Cody Rhodes fight in the ass-kicking contest with Brock Lesnar. I'm going Brock here. I think Brock wins. They give Cody some time off, and then I don't know. Cody comes back at Money in the Bank and beats Brock. I don't know. I don't know how we get there, but
Cody wins Money in the Bank.
or Cody costs Brock Money in the Bank.
Oh.
You think Brock's still out here wrestling for briefcases?
I mean, briefcase Brock was a thing.
Briefcase
Yeah,
Brock was fun.
that was
man.
crazy.
The boot box.
Yeah, he thought he was LL Cool J.
Yeah, he did.
But with my stereo.
Right.
Like, what are you doing, Brock? This is crazy. Everything comes full circle. But I'm gonna take. I feel like Brock has to win this because you can't have a one-armed Cody Rhodes beating Brock. It's just nuts. Like, I get it, but no. I think they built this in just to make sure they're like, okay, Brock can easily win now. So
Yeah, my money is on Brock as well, so we can get to the blow off, the steel cage match at Money in the Bank. You heard it here first.
Right.
That's absolutely what's gonna happen.
With heel armed Cody Rhodes.
So Brock got to win this one to officially get us to the blow off match to get us out of this whole thing and get Cody back to his story.
Facts. All right, next.
So wait. BA, let me ask this question.
Yo.
So for the blow off match in the steel cage, does Cody win that match, or does Brock throw Cody through the cage and he wins that match?
Ooh, the latter. Well, I could see the latter.
I think Cody has to win, because if Brock does something dastardly like that, but Cody wins, it feels kind of like the first match again.
And Cody winning like that, it doesn't hurt Brock. It keeps the story going, and Cody technically wins, especially, or if somebody else does it to Cody to get him to win or something,
or
somehow
somebody attacks Brock and helps Cody out
to get Cody away from Brock. That I could see that too, but
that's where I think it goes.
Yeah, I don't see him just winning clean, like crossroad 1, 2, 3, we going home. I don't see that.
Like Cody didn't realize.
Who attacks
Cody doesn't
Brock?
realize. I don't know. Cody doesn't.
We ain't
realize
there yet. We ain't there yet. Somebody will, though. That's the only way we get them two away from each other. Somebody has to,
because Brock's gonna be talking shit and he's gonna be beating up people after he destroyed Cody Rhodes. And now he's in his rage Brock mode. But Cody Rhodes comes back, challenges him there, and one of the people he's wronged in the shadows does him dirty, and that's kind of where that kind of takes its detour. So that I'm agreeing with BA. There's a lot of agreements. Sorry guys, but
we know E-Ray hates agreeing.
Hey, doesn't make for the best audible listen. Sometimes you need a little division, but hey,
I get it.
What if it's Edge that attacks Brock? Have we ever gotten Edge and Brock at a PLE?
Not since Edge has been back.
Not
because I mean, Brock sending Edge to the Shadow Realm in the sky in Detroit right before he retires in Toronto. Not a bad way to go out. Just a thought. I don't know how you write it. Maybe Edge is just sick of Brock and all this shit, and him being the elder statesman. It works. Anyways, WWE called me. My line is open. You guys got my line and my resume.
Except for this weekend.
Yeah,
Tapioca.
Not this weekend.
Run us up, weekend.
But here we go. The main event of all main events. The thing that should close the show, if you want it to be important. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the new World Heavyweight Championship. I think you guys already know I'm picking Styles. I've booked it out weeks in ahead. So, BA, tell me why you're picking Styles and how much I'm right, so we can just get on out of here.
Nah, it's gonna be Seth because he's on Raw. He's gonna keep it there. I don't know if your story. I would love your story, Dub, to come true, but I'm not buying that vision here today. Could change tomorrow.
I would too, because I'm gonna mail them a blank check if my story comes true. Like, yo, I need you to pay for my SummerSlam trip.
Fact.
Yeah, mine's too.
At minimum.
Yeah. Pod trip. Pod tings. You know what? Again, it's so much shit behind this. This is making it hard. It's clouding my judgment. I gotta say, my heart wants to say Seth, right? But Seth is in the process of filming Blapped in America. So I feel like he doesn't have the time to be the champ that he's talking about he needs to be. So I feel like AJ Styles is going to win it. And it goes into the dub scenario. Crisis on Infinite Dub Earths. Yeah. I think AJ Styles pulls it off. Seth Rollins, then I mean, it feels like it should be Seth, but he is depending on what type of
role he has in the movie.
Yeah, what type of role he actually has in Cap 4.
I don't think it's a large one from what I've read and what he's involved in.
I mean, is it more than George St. Pierre?
I'd say so. Yeah,
a little
more, if not the same.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going Seth. I'm going Seth too. Let's go, BA.
That's right. Let's go.
Bash Bros.
Yeah. Team Eiffel Tower, no.
Power class. All right, we're out of there. This is a supersized pod because we got so much fucking wrestling and pay-per-views to talk about.
Man.
Let's get to our favorite show of NXT.
NXT.
Guys, thoughts on this week's NXT?
I have one question for you guys.
Ready?
What crime did Tony D'Angelo commit or get arrested of? What do you guys think? Racketeering, murder, drug dealing at the docks,
I'm gonna go B for that
protection
one.
racket.
Murder. Considering
Yeah,
he
I
just
was
killed pretty deadly, like not even a month ago. My
Yeah, I
money's
was-
on murder.
All right, murder. E-Ray, what crime is Tony D'Angelo getting arrested for?
I mean, murder feels right. Like it's kind of
He's too
hard
much-
to deny
He's
it.
too much of a square to be deeply involved in the drug game,
All right,
and he's too much of a hothead for anything else.
I could see him in the drug game, but again, it's different. And he since he's a part of the D'Angelo crime family, they're a cog in the wheel. They're not really running the drugs per se. They just facilitate the docks or something like that. And he had to whack somebody to get him out there. No Lisa Ann. So I feel like this is definitely a murder scenario. I've seen First 48 plenty of times, and it looks like he's gonna ask for his Coke and a box of fries. But yeah, they got him.
So I'm gonna go like something like racketeering or extortion, because like this is still WWE. They gotta appeal to the kids a little bit, and they want to say, "Mommy, what's
Appeal to-
murder?"
Mommy,
Nah.
what's racketeering?
It's too complicated,
Right.
Junior. It's too complicated, Junior. Don't worry about it. It's crazy.
I think we've watched them murder mad people in the last like year and a half or so. He murdered a whole franchise. Olive Garden don't
That's what I'm
exist no
saying.
more. So
Correct.
it's so many. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna burn this shit down to the ground, and I'm gonna collect the insurance money. Tony D'Angelo is no longer Tony D. Olive Garden. He was like Tony D. Breadsticks. None of that. Tony D. Soup and Salad. None of that. This is over. Set ablaze. But he just forgot that there was somebody in the bathroom getting it on, because everybody knows the best place to get your
What?
tapioca off is the Olive Garden bathroom. If you're a worker there.
Virgil
And they
definitely agrees. It approves this
Meat
message.
sauce mafia.
And no one will bother you, because when you're there, you're family.
Facts. Like
Also,
Vin Diesel.
Virgil approves that message as well. Virgil said anybody that eats his meat sauce is immediately family, whether they choose it or not.
Shout out to Virgil.
And his meat sauce.
When you get a taste of Virgil's meat sauce, you're in no matter what. It's like a blood sacrifice. Even though you don't know what you're doing, but if you're doing it, you kind of like you're in now. Like you don't have a soul anymore. Sorry.
It's just a tattoo to just start coming out your flesh.
Like
What is this? Ah!
like Donald Pleasance and Curse of Michael Myers, and that sword sign has appeared on his skin. No.
I'm a part of the clan. Okay.
It's the branding from the recent Mortal Kombat movie that E-Ray loves so
Oh
much.
my god. Get that shit out of here.
Free breadsticks and salads. Oh my god.
All right. Anyways, what did you guys think of the Tony D'Angelo segment of the first 48? Him chilling in there. Did you guys like it? You did not like it? What are we thinking? BA?
I thought it was funny as shit, personally. I feel like between the fucking F is for Fantastic suffering last week and now the first 48 in Orlando, like I'm whoever's writing these promos, bravo, give them a fucking raise. As long as they keep fucking Jensen and Briggs and Kiana James off my TV with that bullshit, I'm here for this. Big fan.
A lot
give
of
it a
crimes can
10,
be solved in the first 48.
Right.
Yeah, literally.
Mr. D'Angelo, why does your name keep coming up? Because I'm killing motherfuckers. That's why.
Right.
When the last time you seen Santos Escobar? Dead.
Great
Pretty
example.
Deadly. Dead.
Right. They
Great
just start
example.
laying out pictures in front of them. That's what
Tommaso
they should have did.
Ciampa. Dead.
They should have started laying out pictures in front of him of all the people he beat that have just vanished and then went to the main roster. We haven't seen these guys in NXT in the last year or so. He's like, and the last time we seen them, they had a match with you. What a coincidence? I think not. So you wrestled him at 7:30. Yeah. But you said 8:30. I mean, you know you done fucked up.
Yeah, you
right?
done fucked
Oh,
up,
yeah.
right?
Bill Duke.
But Santos is on SmackDown. Now, what the fuck is a SmackDown, Tony?
Right.
No one's seen
Don't exist
Ciampa
here.
in months.
Right. Again, too good to be true. I thought it was fun, but didn't necessarily need it. But cool, I'm rocking with it. Keep adding some story, some plot devices. Keep it going. It keeps them fresh without them beating up everybody else that I love, because I love Pretty Deadly.
Well, you know what's gonna happen. My man's Lucas Cristofiano, whatever the fuck his name is, the lawyer nigga that was wrestling Von Wagner, is gonna get Tony out. Because wrestlers gotta have jobs now too. Because I guess
Facts.
being a professional wrestler doesn't pay enough.
Keanu James is like, I am a full-blown accountant, and I wear my accountant outfit to the ring. And now we got Dion, whoever that nigga is. Like, you know what? I wear suits, and I am a lawyer. But in my spare time, I don't wear sleeves. Kick ass.
It's like the new generation, like how everybody had gimmicks where you were doing like stuff everybody, like a hockey player.
You can
IRS,
definitely tell
man.
HBK is in the back.
IRS, right? Absolutely. HBK, like he must just be remembering his early part of his career.
He's
and
like,
the
all right,
ridiculous
well,
gimmicks. Got
one of
locker
these
room.
guys is me, and that's clearly Carmelo. Let me think back to my day. So there was me, and then everybody else had jobs. And then there was that nerd Brett.
I couldn't shut up about how great he was.
What a nerd. So he's like, everybody has jobs until I find my Stone Cold.
Well, you kind of led us right into it. Von Wagner fought this guy because he had a picture of him with that damn cranial cap.
Look at like Jason Voorhees for part 1.
Jason, my special boy.
What happened to the boy in the lake? Well, he went to the performance center and became a professional wrestler. His
Became
name's
Von
Von Wagner.
They sold his head up because it was ridiculous. Because at one point, all he could say was Tapioca.
I don't know what Von Wagner's finisher is, but they should just name it Crystal Lake.
You imagine Jason Voorhees coming up to get that girl at the end of the movie? Tapioca. To the lake of tapioca.
Once you purify yourselves in the lakes of tapioca.
Oh,
So creepy.
so thick.
So creepy.
Oh my god.
Gonna smell like this for a week.
Holy shit.
Can't get it out my hair.
Oh, wow.
What is that, hair gel? It's Tapioca.
Tapioca.
And guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was a thing. I'm trying to think. What was some things? Oh, I think
Dracula versus White Blade. What?
Okay, we'll go there. Yeah, it's like on site.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime
It was beautiful.
you dare keep me chained up in your dungeon of pleasures, like motherfucker. I've had enough of it. It's like when Vin Rames seen the dudes that locked him up in Pulp Fiction. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm going to murder your ass." I get it. Do you blame Dracula dragging off for
Not at all.
Count
I
Dragunov.
appreciate his energy.
Yes.
I appreciate his energy. He went in there with the Liu Kang flying kick, hit White Blade right in the face and said, "Yeah, what's up now?" I was like, "But wait, why are you so upset? You signed up for this."
That's true.
But again,
He
I
forgot
still
it.
love
He
it.
forgot his safe word.
I said tapioca 30 times. You still have me in there.
It was pineapple. You should have known that.
Wait, who is he? Rick Ross?
DJ Envious. Pineapples.
Polish
Yeah.
my pickleball pet.
Oh my god! I bet you there is a pickleball polisher.
Another person to add on that bracket, E-Ray, Rick Ross. His promo
Facts.
skills have been
He
out
is
of
a
control.
oh, he,
Out of control.
what was his line? Accusations.
Yeah, that accusations.
You know it.
Hilarious.
Epic.
Looking at
Epic.
Keith Lee, man, you a big motherfucker. Like
That's it.
950 on a Wednesday night on TNT.
Love it.
That's it.
Love it.
Yeah, I like the energy. Keep it going. This is literally the thing that we need to see. Like, again, this would have made a much better Blade sequel than what we end up getting after Blade 2. It shall not be mentioned, but Count Dragunov versus White Blade. I'm here for it. Give it to
wait.
me.
E-Ray,
it
you
to
love
me.
Blade 3. Stop it.
What?
No, he doesn't.
You love
Fair.
Blade 3.
What is that? Never heard of it. Also, what I wanted to get to, because I want somebody needs to drink. I don't know who though. I can't remember. So my memory's shitty.
Oh, that's Dub. I know I didn't have
But
to.
For what?
But
no,
Dub said- no,
BA,
Dub
I
drank
think
already.
You got to drink.
What I gotta drink
What?
for it? What I do?
What I do?
Right.
You know, I ain't doing
What I do? You said they were getting
Oh, I know
Tapioca
what I did.
Jade
Oh,
versus Smiley
Oh,
Pants.
no.
And guess what? That shit ain't happening at all.
Yeah, nigga, take your shots.
Damn.
Sorry, I got aggressive.
Damn. To the bar I go.
Didn't happen.
I shall
at
return.
all. That shit was brutal. They was like, "Oh, BA has something to say."
You're gonna
Look
learn
this
today.
straight. They just ripped up all the storyline that they had a chance to, and I was like, "Wow!" So, A-Dub, we were getting to the title, the women's title tourney, because it tournament's a glorious time around WWE, and
100%.
yeah, we ended up with Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyria.
Valkyria.
And we was like, I don't know, but. And then we had Smiley Pants, Roxanne Perez versus Tiffany Stratton. And we was like, oh. But BA assured us that they was running this shit back.
Man, I was
That
very
it was
confident.
Gotta be
Too confident.
Perez versus Cora Jade 2 for the title.
Nope.
Thoughts on this?
I mean, it's Epiphany's time. That's all I can say.
I said it. I'm pretty sure I said no. I think no matter what, I know they said the thing. I'm not ready, blah blah. But I was like, I think it's happening.
Yeah, I can't
Dub's been
deny
ready
it.
for this for like 7 months. He's so horny for it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
already.
The
Oh,
song
I
about
gotta
CC is
CC, and Jesus
Right.
Christ, dude.
Hey Tiffany, I got an opinion.
Copying in everybody, all the CCs.
Well, cheers to the God, E-Ray. Tapioca.
Hey, all right. Hey, Tiffany, here's an epiphany for you. Tapioca.
Rub,
Right? So, Dub, are you feeling more relaxed and happy now that
That I was right? Yeah,
I don't
100%.
think you were right though. You did. I forgot what you said. I think you said Cora Jade versus Tiffany.
Yeah, but it was always Tiffany.
Yeah, right. It was always Tiffany.
Booker T voice.
She's such a athlete.
Right.
A high level performer, Vic.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
before I take this shot, shout out to Botchamania always. New Botchamania video dropped this week. So they brought up a part where Booker T completely ignored what Vic was talking about because he was not
so
paying
horny.
attention. No, he was doing something. Vic had asked him something about what he thought about these who's gonna win the match, and then he started talking about something completely different about these ladies, and then Vic was like, "You didn't hear a word I just said," and then
I remember that.
I was like, "Holy!"
You're probably right.
shit.
Vic. You're probably right.
Vic straight up asked Booker this week. He said, "Booker, DoorDash, you doing chicken parm tonight, right?"
If they sponsoring, yes, I am.
If it's meat sauce and Tony D, it's all right with me.
Yes. So shout at the low lights.
Cheers
Yeah.
to the epiphanies. Cheers.
All of the epiphany.
That was important though, because I was like, whoa. I felt just like Hank Hill. Whoa.
Yeah, the moment like Lyria Valkyria won her match, I was like, oh, whoever's winning the other match is clearly winning the title.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was like,
That's
oh.
it, correct.
And Cora
And
Jade
it's,
looked
it's our
fantastic.
girl Tiffin.
I was like, I thought they would have went that way because she looks like she's ready to be the title holder.
Yeah.
And-
And also another thing that happened in this tournament, after after Tiffany won, Roxanne was kind of having her bow out. Whoever the anonymous person is just ran up on her.
Gave her them hands. Hands.
Cause y'all look like a dude almost. I was like, God damn, like who's moving like that? I can't even.
Scripts. It's Scripts. Everyone knows it.
Even that
He's a
that
gargoyle.
fucking jumper he was wearing, it would not surprise me.
Do we got any more theories of who NXT Anonymous is?
Do you think it's somebody who was recently signed or somebody that is getting a repackage? Let's go there first.
I think it's someone who's been there already. It wouldn't shock me if it was Nikita Lyons. I'm keep it real with you.
That person didn't look like Nikita Lyons.
Yeah, I was about to say she was that person.
He wasn't
Plus,
thinking no.
that and Nikita she wouldn't be moving that fast if you just had that ACL surgery. She still be moving gingerly, to say the
Like,
least.
Yeah, it wasn't moving that fast. So I think
I can't think of like who it would be because like they're attacking like women that are on the come up right now. So someone who's clearly like been ignored. What was that one British chick from NXT UK who came over and had one match and then was out? You remember?
I don't know.
She kind of had the blonde streak like Rollins. Blair something.
Oh, I remember who you was talking about.
Could be her. Could be her.
Man. Could be somebody from the PC. Who knows?
I never watched NXT UK, so I couldn't remember her name.
Dubs.
Blair Davenport. There it
Dub's
is.
uncanny ability to recall white women is crazy.
It's a sixth sense, so to speak.
He put his hand to his head like Professor Xavier.
All right. Oh,
Gene! Blair Davenport! Like, that's incredible. Dub, good
you can
job.
see what she was doing right now. What's she doing right now? What's she wearing, Dub? No.
Oh, BA, calm down. You love your wife, right? Oh,
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Love
yes.
my wife. Love my wife.
Look,
Got carried away.
yeah. You left these white women in the streets. I'm the street sweeper.
Huh?
Huh?
What? Continue.
What?
Cerebro. Away from this, because this is careless. Can we get to what's going to lead us into the take? Because we're at a hot 2 hours now, guys. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
NXT Battlegrounds. What happened essentially on the card? They gave a fantastic promo of on the last episode of NXT for our guy Carmelo Hayes, Boston's own, came back, did the rounds. He looks like a fucking champion. He looks like $1 million. He went to Kowloon. He was up there with The Rock, and he signed his own autograph. You think he about to lose his belt?
Not a chance.
Hell no.
No, but I love what this is doing for Brian Breaker. I'd say that it's making Brian Breaker the most. I've never been this happy to see him on my TV ever. I get excited. He's been fucking Carmelo up, and Carmelo's selling it great for him.
Very true.
Amazing. This is what Brian Breaker needs if we're gonna get to the main roster and it all come together. He never needs to be a babyface again, and I hope he never is.
Send him to the main roster now. Get him off my TV.
No, why? Let him cook, Dub. This shit is not bad.
Well, now
what the fuck else is he gonna do after this Melo match?
Go beat up fucking Duke.
Beat up more black
again.
people?
No,
I didn't say that.
Go beat up Tyler Bate.
or Bukaki Lee. He's always taking them on or whatever. So there you go.
You're a big man. I think you should fight me. What? Bukaki Lee? Oh, wow. You know what? I don't care about the North American Championship. I just want to beat up guys. All right, stop yelling at me. Fucking Brian Breaker. So with that said, let's go through this card pretty gingerly here. NXT Battlegrounds also this weekend. This happens to be on Sunday. So we got role reversal. And typically in the past, if you were a fan of the black and gold, you know that when WWE was having their pay-per-views and the takeovers on the same card, anybody who was smart would watch the NXT show after the WWE shows. The WWE shows were ass. The NXT was like the highlight of the weekend. So, one, are we back to that era? I don't think so, but this is Saudi Arabia, so you never know. They be out.
Hey, the trajectory's up right now. They've been getting better. I'm gonna keep on that trajectory.
But with this Afternoon Delight, I don't know if
Afternoon Delight.
I mean, they put on shows in the afternoon that have smacked, like the Clash at the Cardiff. That shit was at 1:00 in the afternoon.
But that wasn't Saudi Arabia.
True, that was a crazy ass crowd that they had wrestling.
They built that, and it was like, let's expand our
Saudi's low-key spoiled.
Saudi is like, hey, we threw you a bag. Do what we say.
Right.
It's like,
where's the Ultimate Warrior? He's dead. I'm sorry. We want Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior right now.
Wasn't the Australia show at like 9 a.m?
Probably.
Something crazy. So I mean,
where were they in Australia?
What Australia show?
The one that had Cedric versus Buddy Lee for the cruiserweight title.
I wasn't outside. I was not.
I remember that, but I don't remember that.
Because it was like 9 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, you're probably right, Dub. But as the Saudis like to say, when something isn't going their way, that does not work for me, brother. So I don't know if we're gonna get the exact thing that we want here, but I think that is heavily influenced by the booking is heavily influenced as we watched DX versus NWO. Oh. We've seen some of the crazy Undertaker and Brothers of Destruction out of like the craziest shit has been on these cards. These cards didn't even exist
stuff we ain't seen in 15 years popping up as booked in our
main event
shows. Correct. Exactly. Goldberg versus people he shouldn't be wrestling at all.
I was like, what? But that's the thing. So that's the only reason why I'm like, maybe it's possible that NXT can get that juice back. But Dub, as we're on it, give us the rundown. We're gonna blow through these pretty quickly here.
All right, here we go. First match, we got Gallus versus Creed for the NXT tag titles. Gallus boys on top. Let's be real.
I could not care less.
Same. Gallus boys next.
Man, I love the Creed brothers, but
it ain't their time right now.
They have an infatuation with these guys that do not speak English.
Brother, it sounds like a show on the BBC.
It sounds like they're talking in reverse.
That's fair.
What?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, Governor.
Come on, bro.
All right, here we go. Next match, we got Dracula versus White Blade in a last man standing match. Did they ever sign the contract for that? Were they too busy beating each other's ass? Awesome.
Yeah, I think they right. Dungeons of Pleasures won. So I'm gonna say I think White Blade needs a win.
He ain't got one in some months.
I don't think he's got
Like
one
at a on a PLE. It's been
has he won on a PLE? Like
No.
ever?
No, man.
In this incarnation. So I gotta go with White Blade. Gotta keep hope alive.
All right,
Dragunov is hot.
I'm going White Blade as well. In the spirit of Blade 3, E-Ray's favorite movie.
Dub, I will find you.
Oh yeah, I don't even play with E-Ray about Blade 3.
Puddin' Bay, not hard to find, buddy.
There's certain things you don't joke with E-Ray about. Blade 3 is one of those.
Oh man, but Triple H was in it, and he had a vampire dog.
He tripping, E-Ray. I would never. The audacity of A-Dub to bring that up.
That's fine. It's fine.
They had Ryan Reynolds playing Hannibal King. Remember? He was making all the jokes. That's how I knew Ryan Reynolds would be a good Deadpool, because he plays such a great character in the great movie that is Blade 3.
You're a wild boy, Dub. You're a wild boy, my friend. I'd continue to read the card if I read.
Oh man. They had the blind lady.
What we said, Dub? We couldn't hear you. What? Huh? I don't know what Dub was saying.
They had the blind scientist lady coming up with the cure for like all vampires for all time. Remember?
Oh my god.
Huh? I could. I don't know. Got weird technical difficulties. Dub is cutting in and out. It might be his Android. It might be his really poor connection. But I think
Reynolds said the one
he might
chick had
have
her
enough.
fangs in her vagina. Remember?
Oh my god. Like
You
it
don't
was
remember
teeth.
that
Like it was teeth. E-Ray just went straight E-Ray mania.
We need some technical difficulties music, like
For real.
Dracula went to a Dracula themed store.
Yo, Dub, you need to quit.
Done. I'm done. I promise I'm done.
Awful. I forgot about that Dracula story. I might have blocked that one out. I've only seen that movie one time. I was like, this is shit. It's not even fun shit.
Oh shit.
You know how like some shitty movies are fun to watch? Like that's just there's no fun in that.
The image of Dracula looking at a box of Count Chocula.
You got
one
me.
of the funniest things in my life.
It's like Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes. We just don't go back and talk about these things.
You got me. This is the one and only time that I'm going to admit this film that Dub speaks of exists. It was so bad. After seeing Blade 1 and loving it, seeing Blade 2, it's like, I think this tops Blade 1, but it's so close. And the expectation being so high, and it not being a movie made in years, and then they're like, oh, it's a new one coming out, Trinity. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, well, this should work. Triple H, okay, Ryan Reynolds, I don't know who that guy is. Jessica Biel, sweet. And then it was like, what the fuck am I watching? This is the worst piece of shit. This isn't even about Blade. This is about some random white kids in a fucking sewer. Who are these fucking children? Why?
They're like foot soldiers from the Turtles. Shit was annoying.
Yeah,
I hate this movie.
Stupid, and they deserve to get murdered as they did. Old girl from Poker Face is in it with her raspy ass voice. She got murked. Yeah. Shit, I forget old girl's name, but she's a popular actress now. She had teeth. Her fangs were in her vagina. Jesus Christ. It's the worst movie ever.
Jessica Biel in the Arrows That Defy Physics.
Oh, because she was the original Arrow. She was the original Green Arrow. She was the original fuck is that dude's name from Marvel? I can't even think of.
Hawkeye?
That's how angry I am. She was the original Hawkeye apprentice. I forget that bitch's name too. All this shit, it just makes me so angry. I can't even think anymore. But this was that one time only, bookmark it, write it in your diary, because I will never, ever admit that this movie exists again. And now we're back. Hey, I love Blade 1 and Blade 2. They should have made a sequel. It would have been good. But apparently they didn't because technical difficulties? Possibly. With that said, let's talk about the rest of NXT Battleground.
Please.
All right, so next on the card, we got Bukaki Lee, as E-Ray now calls him, versus Tyler Bate. They're now frenemies, versus Joe Gacy for the best book title in all of wrestling, the North American title.
Talk about it.
I'm going Joe Gacy here.
Wow.
I think the dissension between the two who used to be friends is going to lead to Gacy getting his title. And then, he'll just be sitting next to the two guys who tried to quit, saying, hey, they gave me a title. Just go ahead, keep trying, guys. E-Ray, you picking Tyler Bate?
Yes.
Big strong boy?
Yes.
Tiger Driver 97?
Absolutely. And only because he's done the job so many times, and I don't think they're anywhere near ready for this rebrand of NXT London blokes and shit. So I just feel like it's right. It's the time. So give me that Tyler Bate. Pause.
All right, BA. You're going Wesley, right? Just to switch it all the way up?
Nah, man. I don't want to agree with you, but you make some very valid points about Joe Gacy. And reason being is the NA title hasn't seen a heel hold it, a true heel hold it in a long time. And I think it would give Wesley, get him away from all this Bukaki Lee shit, and have him just focusing on one person, and him and Joe Gacy dealing with all the shitty booking, and here's a stable. Well, sorry, your stable doesn't want to be a stable. He's been doing a job too, just like Tyler Bate has. That's why I was like, Gacy, I feel like deserves it from a booking standpoint, backstage shit.
So this is Gacy's reward for like trying to get Braun Breaker over.
Exactly, you're right. The schism is fucking terrible. So let's give this guy
the best
we've been
book
strapping
title and put it on him on a faction
to try to give the only guy that outside of Tyler Bate. I think and Wesley has. Give him a real title run. Give him a foe. He hasn't had a foe yet. Like he's just been wrestling just dudes that are just like him, pretty much, and they're kind of forcing issues. they're forcing issues and not like issues that should naturally be there. And Joe Gacy breaking up a friendship and taking the titles, and him not having nothing at the end, no friendship, no titles. Tell him, T-Boz. It's gonna be Joe Gacy. I'm with Dub on this one.
I feel like
He's with Dub. He's Dracula getting the chocula cereal. We here now.
I want that tapioca. Don't put that on me.
I think you're both are wrong. No way Gacy wins this. If he does, I will take a shot. I think Wesley is probably going to retain, but I just want to see Tyler Bate get the belt. So that's why I'm picking it. But I feel like honestly he's going to retain. But I'm not hedging the bet, so I'm going Tyler Bate, baby.
All right, here we go.
Nobody believes in the champion, apparently.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Look, man. I went to that indie show and I saw what's his name? Nash Carter.
Zach Wentz.
Zach Wentz. Thank you. And I'm bigger than Zach Wentz, and he bigger than Wesley. I'm like,
wow, that's a perspective. I didn't know he was bigger than Wesley. I thought they were the same size.
No.
Wow, that's a perspective.
I was like, wow, Wesley is really tiny. Wow. Anyways, let's just fly through this next one. Is anybody picking Lyra Valkyria to beat our Tiffany Stratton, our champion?
Who is that? No.
ABAU was having epiphanies before I even knew what the word meant. So
Dub loves his soy milk.
We ain't gonna talk about that milk in BA. No, sir. BA drinks beige milk and loves the beige.
Is that rice milk?
Like milk with coffee. Coffee
Oh,
with
okay.
milk.
Yeah.
Little
That's what you eat
beige.
your cereal with? Coffee?
Frappuccinos?
BA probably does eat a cereal with coffee because he needs a stimulus injection at all times. Now wash it down with a nice bowl of Red Bullios. Like, what is wrong with you?
Some Count chocolate with some coffee and milk probably wouldn't taste that
It probably
bad.
would slap.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's not a bad idea.
A
You're
nice
not too far
hazelnut
off.
iced coffee. Like, damn, that would be delicious.
Damn.
Keto cereal. And some,
Hell yeah. As long as I'm eating
Anyway.
it afternoon, we cool. But yeah. Intermittent fasting.
So we're all picking Tiffany here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Lyra
the
Valkyria.
epiphanies.
I will. If Lyra Valkyrie wins, we all need to take a shot.
100%.
Facts.
Open the show. That's how we
Yes.
start. That's how much I believe. Like, no way that can't happen. I would be
Agreed.
so surprised. Next.
All right. Last but not also, guys, if Lyra Valkyria wins, you guys need to tell me. I'll be in Puddin' Bay. I'll just take a shot randomly.
Shout
Hey,
out
you, give me a
Tapioca.
All right. Last match on the card. We know the vibes. Melo, him versus Braun for the NXT title. Braun saying he wants to burn this place down. Melo's like, yeah, I'm the guy. There's no way I'm not picking Melo here. I'm not even going to frame it with some story or anything.
Darth
Fuck Braun
Braun.
Breaker.
You're not feeling Darth Braun?
Darth Braun don't need a
Sith
championship.
Lord
Nah,
Braun?
Nah, he ain't hit the tandem bed enough. No.
Nah, he's smacking that bitch up. I don't know what you watching. He's
Right.
burning.
Look like the contrast is all the way up.
Braun Breaker is the burning.
He ain't done enough Steiner math for me yet, so
That's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
there.
No title. He doesn't. Heel Braun should not ever have a title, ever. That'll
Braun
take the
Breaker
heel away.
is the Wicker
Or
Man.
be on my TV.
Don't agree with that take.
What
But
about the
we'll take
beast? Not the beast. Braun Breaker does not need this title. I don't think he gets the title. I think Carmelo just got his flowers, and I think he is now the new face of NXT. He was at the Celtics game. You ain't never see Braun in no like real events. Like he was just like it was encapsulating. I think Carmelo, much like Bianca Belair, is moving the title and putting it in spaces that people kind of forgot it could go. And he makes it look cool to be a champion. So easily Carmelo is taking this out, and Braun might lose, but he's gonna do some dastardly shit. And then I think they move him away somehow. Not sure how, but maybe he loses and then he just beats the shit out of Carmelo. Either way, and he takes his ball run home because he's not really concerned with the title, which is nice. So you never know what he can do. His motivation has been clear that he just like, I'm not really on this. I just want to beat people up. So, hey, him and White Blade next for the money.
I like that. All right, that's
Or
the whole
Dragon.
card.
Him and Dragon
That
might
is-
be nice too. Guys, we are not going to recap AEW all double take nothing premature poker face. I don't know whatever that shit's called.
The
But
four
we-
pillars. Nobody else.
But we will recap it. Before we get out of here, why don't we give a prediction? Four pillars match. Who wins?
MJF.
MJF.
He ain't losing till he's signing
Will Punk come back?
contracts.
I mean,
Good question. What day is it?
VA, it is currently Wednesday. The 24th.
I'm asking because they gonna try to time it up close to that Collision premiere. Is why. I asked.
When is the Collision premiere?
Like June 17th, I think. Some shit. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna say no because that leaves too much of a gap for CM Punk to be in backstages with the Elite. So I'm gonna say no.
There's 400 belts to be defended. So
I saw Sabu came back tonight to enforce the Adam
Who?
Cole. Sabu, you heard me correct.
The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal Sabu?
maniac, pointing to the sky, not giving any fucks. He was on my iPad earlier today. He's the special enforcer in the Jericho and Adam Cole match. So I'm cutting it on just to see Sabu. Personally, even though he's not, I hope he doesn't do anything. He shouldn't be doing anything. That man is broken down. So I hope I don't see Sabu jump off of anything.
Did he get a new hip a few years ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I see Sabu,
Kenny
do
Omega
a spot,
probably
bro,
needs a new hip.
You know, he probably do. Shit. I'm gonna go on a rant if I see Sabu do a spot.
Last
on this
thing,
show.
okay. Last thing. Do we see over under Dub? Do we see Cody Rhodes in Fight Forever that now has a release date? The oily Kenny Omega released. Okay. BA over under Sabu popping up in AEW Fight Forever.
Under, absolutely not. Maybe as a lockable character on a DLC in the future. I give you that. This is a video game. This isn't real life. So you will probably get like Arn Anderson, Jake the Snake.
Over under Arn Anderson with a shotgun or a Glock.
Shotgun. I say 9mm is what
Glock for sure.
Yeah, definitely 9mm
over
Glock.
Glock. Okay.
And a DDT to
blowing somebody's brains all over the pavement.
Yep.
You give up your car, I blow their brains out and walk
Arn
away.
Anderson is Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. So yeah.
Arn Anderson has definitely said slurs towards Pacific Islanders before. I'm pretty sure.
1000%.
But with that said, guys, we have reached the beautiful conclusion, like no other. We have made it through, and we are now screaming Tapioca.
There it is. I thought you were gonna say we reached a conclusion like Dub this weekend multiple times.
Yes, this is now the conclusion of the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. BA, let the people know where they can find you.
You already know, folks. At Let Me Book Pod, tweeting, talking shit, dribbling in my 2 cents, retweeting shit here and there. Outside of that, me and the homie Sean every other Wednesday. You can catch us right here. Let Me Book the Territory presents the BA Show, where next episode we will be getting into 1997 Halloween Havoc. It's going to be quite ridiculous. Lots of things, a lot of not working for me, brother, a lot of weirdness, and NWO music. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
And fuck Jeff Jarrett.
He said, "Don't piss me off."
Tell the people where they can find Jeff Jarrett.
Anywhere there's a title, Jeff Jarrett will be there to take it from a guy that you really like. But if you guys are looking for me on the socials, ADUB1220, that's Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. I will be in Puddin' Bay this weekend, so please just tweet me when you see me. Huh, what?
Can you change your Twitter handle for this weekend to Tapioca Tub Dub?
I mean, I could. I don't think I will, but I'm suggesting E-Ray.
Do it for the
Hey, man, your mother ain't on Twitter. Do it. She ain't
Damn.
gonna see it.
Your mama ain't on Twitter?
Damn.
That's the only person you got to worry about seeing it.
Damn.
That's
One
the only
shot, this nigga go crazy.
I'm just saying, if I was on Twitter at my own capacity, I would only care about if I wasn't married, of course. I would only care about my mom seeing this shit. Like, was my mom gonna see me out here screaming tapioca all over 40-year-old white women? That's the only thing I would care about.
But yeah, other than that, Brett's Turn Up podcast is still coming back soon. We decided not to do the Puddin' Bay preview. We're just gonna do the Puddin' Bay review.
I can't wait.
The stories that we can tell for sure.
I'm tuning in for all that and the behind the scenes.
There it is. And we might even call up BA and compare and contrast our stories with his. Who knows?
That would be funny.
That's where y'all can find me at. E-Ray, tell the people where you are in all the 97 podcasts you do, talking about Blade 3 and how much you love and appreciate that movie.
Oh,
man. Speaking of movies and appreciation, guys, June is upon us, and so is the season 2 premiere of Binge Flicks and Chill, Binge Flicks and motherfucking Chill, by me, of course, E-Ray, the quasi bad guy. You can find that on the Inaudible Ruckus RSS feed coming soon, this beginning of June. We got a slate of movies and television to talk about, and of course, you may hear some familiar voices from Let Me Book the Territory, perhaps? Question mark? Tune in to find out. Also, you can find me at Inaudible Ruckus every Saturday, giving it up with the guy Low, Smiles, and Free Illuminati, talking that real shit talk. Also, we got some shit coming down the pipeline with Free. He got some new shit coming out. Want to shout him out. He does give Let Me Book the Territory quite the shout out. So we want to love, peace, and respect to my brother. Also, if you ever want to see any of the shenanigans I'm up to, you can follow me at E_RAY_ the bad guy on the Instagrams, and E_RAY the hipster on the Twitters. As we said before, guys, it is okay to just, drop to a knee, just pull them out and let the madness wash over you. But if you see Dub anywhere in Puddin' Bay, to sweet him, get real close, lock eyes, and scream, Tapioca! And guys, we're out of here.
Hubba hubba.
Oh, man.